What's up? What's up? It's the Arthur Moats experience with Deke. I'm Arthur Moats, and that's my main man, Deke.
What's good, bro?
Man, everything's good, Deke. Everything's good. You dripped out, draped out, looking the part per usual. I got me on a Yes Indeed shirt, self-promo type convo over here. Got family in town, Deke. You know what I'm saying? My reign of like consecutive really good days of golf being played kind of like broke a little bit, but I felt like I felt like I got cheated. I felt like somebody tried to trick me by making me, do things that I typically wouldn't do on the golf course. Threw my rhythm off, my routine off. So I'm gonna seek comfort with that one.
What's the story there?
I'm just saying, Deke, like I like to warm up to it. I don't like to start off the top row. Not on the golf course. I like to warm up to it. It makes me feel better, and I can get a couple good holes in. I can't add any hydration that might alter my focus though too early on the thing. So when that gets thrown into the equation too early, it throws off the whole rhythm, throws off the whole rotation, and then I'm in a dogfight. It turned dogfightish yesterday, bro. It was real dogfightish. By the time it got about me, I felt good, but it was on hole 16. It's too late then. So I felt like I got tricked. That's all I'm saying. And I'm learning. I'm not gonna make the same mistakes, hopefully. But with the people,
how are you tricked? How are you fooled?
You hit your first shot. First shot was good, but it was a Sunday. Sundays, a lot of people out there, cart people out there. Cart people comes by. Oh, you thirsty? Now in my mind, I'm like, man, I ain't even had a sandwich yet. I ain't had no breakfast yet. Next thing I know, we're getting beverages. I'm like, oh, maybe it's orange juice. Sometimes you get a little orange juice to start the day off. It was not orange juice. That's all I'll say. Okay, it was definitely not orange juice. And the more we consumed the beverage, the more my golf game just it was going the opposite direction, Deke. It went the opposite direction.
Yeah, there's a fine balance with that stuff.
I would agree. And I learned the hard way
yesterday.
yesterday.
You got to try to find the pocket.
I learned the hard way yesterday. That was not what I was looking for, man. It threw me off. My whole balance, like it was at one point, Deke, I'm looking down at the ball and I'm just like, bro, it's over. I just laughed to myself. I was like, it was over. Doesn't even matter what you're going to do right now. It's not going to happen. It's not going to work. So, but I'm back now. So going forward, I've learned my lesson, man. I need 3 holes in before any of that. Just so I can get my confidence up. Because I'm not like you. You're nice. I've seen you golf where it's like, it doesn't matter the time of day. You're always going to hit it right down the middle of the fairway. I only do that when I'm like perfectly in the perfect place. Anything that alters that, it throws it all off. And it got altered yesterday. Threw the whole rhythm off, man. I was fighting. I'm fighting for my life. Dude. 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm just like, bro, I'm just here. I'm just getting exercise. That's what it turned into. I'm going to get steps. I'm just going to try to get some steps in. So, yeah, bro.
Sounds like a war.
Because I wasn't prepared. Deke, when it catches you off guard. It's been times when me and you have had convos and you've come back and you're like, bro, I thought it was this, but it turned into this, and this is where we are now. That was what I was fighting yesterday, and I wasn't prepared for it because I thought I was going to wake up out of bed, brush my teeth, get a little golf in, and then start the activity, not brush teeth, get activated, and then golf on the backside. That was not how it was supposed to go. So, yeah, D, threw me all the way off, man. But I'm back, though. I'm here. I'm alive now.
Yeah, relaxing Sunday, man. Turned into turn-up Sunday.
It turned into, you know how it is. It wasn't supposed to go there, and it went there. And you're just like, bro, how did this happen? But shout out to family. Shout out to my brother-in-law, man. He's in town from Cali, man. So, yeah, it's like that sometimes, bro. It's like that sometimes. But I blame him.
You had fun?
I did. My golf game was not fun at all, though.
Yeah, that's frustrating.
The golf game was the opposite of fun. I was like, yo, just these past couple times I've been out here, it's like, yo, way nicer. But I'm figuring that was it, bro. So I'm seeking comfort.
Well, no, I'm telling you, you do have to find a balance with that because you could have a run when you're drinking on the course, and it's almost like a performance enhancer. Like
I've heard people
for
say
a good
that.
3-4 holes, you're in the pocket.
It'll like relax you.
Everything's feeling good.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah, you're hitting dots into the green. The driving's
That's
awesome.
What I heard, bro.
You make a nice 20-footer. You're feeling good, but then
bruh.
Then it goes a little too far and your game's rough. Yeah.
It went from
you gotta find the right pocket.
Yep.
Find the right pocket. If you can keep those vibes that you were feeling going for those like 3-4 holes when you were at your peak. If you could extend that, like that's the goal. You want to extend that for as long as possible. You don't want to go over the peak.
I went over the peak, bro.
And a lot of people
was over the peak.
I mean,
bro.
I think most people do about 80-90% of the time.
Yeah, Deke.
You got to be a savvy veteran to stay in that pocket.
Deke, I was real life
for a full golf round.
I was real life over the peak, and then it became I'm swimming. I'm trying to get back. You know how that, and it was like, yo, how did I get to this point on this beautiful Sunday? I was like, it was 1:00. What am I right now? I just had that feeling. It's like, yo, what am I? Like, but it was a vibe though. It was definitely a vibe. But now that I've recovered, I'm back. I'm like, yo, I need 3 holes. Like the first 3 holes on the course, let me warm that up. Then I'm good to go. Then I'm ready. Yeah.
That could be a good role to
That's what I'm hoping.
Going forward.
Now, is that frowned upon? Because you're the golfer. I need to know. Like, if I'm golfing with the person and they're like, bro, the cart person just pulled up, like, what are the rules on that? I was trying to be like, yo, can you just give me an orange
You just
juice?
got to do you. You just got to do you.
Just give me the regular orange juice, please.
You got to do you.
Yeah. Like, it's like, you don't have to put the grapefruit juice with the others. Just put the juice right there. Just give me mine like that, please. Yeah.
Yeah, like if the rest of your group wants to have some drinks on the whole one and it's just you not taking the drinks, I mean, hey, it's you gotta decide for yourself, man. Like, I'm not gonna judge.
Deke said,
I'm definitely not gonna judge.
Deke's not gonna judge. Deke could just be looking at you like this, like,
I'm not gonna judge.
Bro, that's, wow. Oh, okay.
I would not judge. I promise.
Guess.
I won't judge.
But yeah, bro.
I hope others wouldn't either.
No.
I think you just gotta do you.
I'm gonna bring that up next time. I'm gonna be like, yo, I'm just trying to do me over here. All right, guys. Just let me live. I just don't feel like it's gonna be as like accepted as you're making it sound right now. You made it sound real just wholesome, like, yo, it's all good. Don't worry about it. I don't believe it's actually gonna feel like that, and I think because I'm on the golf course, it's gonna be like just lingering on as it goes on.
I'm assuming that's kind of how things went yesterday.
That's a short possibility. That's how I went on the back end. Yeah, because I was like, yo, I'm fighting. I can't anymore.
Well, I'm saying even on the first hole, you kind of got peer pressured in, huh?
There's a strong possibility that happened. Yes, there's a strong possibility that happened, bro. Yes, this is a very strong possibility. But it was just like, yo, once I was ready to tap out, I'm like, yo, and it came down to this. Do you want the rest of this golf outing to be a success and we make it out of here? Or is it going to be clean up on hole 13? We don't want that part. You know what I mean? So, sometimes you got to pick choose, man. Pick choose. Yeah. But it was, don't feel like it was as socially accepted as you're making it sound, man. Yeah.
Yeah, if you were golfing with me, I would have been like, it's cool, man.
Why you smirking? See, it's
cool.
that smirk right there. Anytime you bring up certain things, you put that smirk on, and I don't feel like it's sincere. I don't feel like it's pure. I don't feel like your intentions are what they're supposed to be. I just think it's ulterior motives when you smirk like that. I feel like I can see it now. I'm out there like, yo, Deke, bro, I'm good, man. Y'all good? Hey, guys. Hey, it's all right. Moats doesn't want anything today, guys. Just let Moats be over there in the kitty section with the kitty cart, all right? It's okay. Hey, you want to call Gray up too? You and Gray can hold hands on the next hole, and y'all can be good. You get your little juice box. I just feel like...
Was that said yesterday?
No, but sometimes you could feel those type of energies. That's all I'm saying, man.
Man.
So I just need to come up here and vent for a little bit. This is a safe place. It's a safe place, all right? Yeah, I just need to vent.
No, it is.
Try to vent, man.
And you know why I have this perspective? And why I think I am being sincere to a degree. To a good degree, too. Is I went on that run. What was it, 50 days?
You did.
50 days, no booze.
Yeah.
So there were moments like that where I'm out
you
with
felt
friends.
the pressure. Yeah.
Yeah, but
you felt how they got at you. Yeah.
You know, I something going on within where I'm just like, nah, I'm sticking with this. No booze. I'm gonna do me. That's what I'm saying. You do you.
Okay.
You do you.
Because I'm typically plant-based.
Sure.
I like to live a plant-based life in all aspects. All right, it's healthy that way. It's good for your cholesterol, good for your blood pressure, stress levels. Plant-based diet, man. So I try to be plant-based with a little bit of seafood in there. All right, but yeah, man, that yesterday just threw the whole equation. I'm like plant-based and hydration like that. I don't need surf and turf. You feel me? Sometimes just keep me on the ground, keep me on the grass. I don't need to. Yeah, the surf and turf, it can get rough at times, man. So, but here we are. We're back.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a great one today, man. It's going to be a great one today. But how's your weekend, man? Everything was good with you. You ain't get activated too crazy, right? You survived the weekend.
Yeah, everything's good.
That's why I like that.
I golfed as well. I had a good time.
You still been playing as good as last time I seen you play? Because you've been
good,
cooking.
Man. I've been playing good.
I heard you cooked when we was out there. You cooked. Dave was out there. Like, you've been on this little bit of a run. And it's always when you're talking like, oh, yeah, you can do this.
Caught another dub, yeah.
See? And you always say, well, yeah, bro, you can catch that. You're not that far from me, bro. You're not that. You can get this. All right. You're just on a run right now, bro. So how'd you play? What'd you shoot, man?
We did 2v2 scramble.
Okay, respect.
We got the dub. We won by 2 holes. Or 2 strokes, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Stroke play, yeah.
Okay.
Won by 2 strokes.
I like it, man.
Yeah, it was just solid all around. We were down early. We were down 1 for the first, 4 or 5 holes. Then we caught a little run for 2-3 holes. Yeah. Swung it to go up 1. Closed out the front 9.
Talk that talk.
Going up 2, and kind of just held that lead throughout. I think we got up 3 at one point. And then they snagged another hole, and yeah, that's that.
All right. I felt like a golfer. I was watching the Senior Open this weekend too.
Oh yeah,
swear, bro. I was like, yo, this is kind of cool. I feel like the seniors aren't as good as the PGA guys though. I feel like they was missing something.
Too old. Yeah,
they was missing. It was like,
they
yo,
can
y'all
still smack the ball. They can get it up there. They can get it over 300.
Yeah, but I definitely felt like they weren't as clean putting.
No, that's why they don't play on the PGA Tour anymore.
It caught me. I was like, yo, I've missed I've missed those type of putts before. I was like, you don't do that. You supposed to make all of them. So I felt it was like, yo, I'm getting there. I'm getting there, bro.
Yeah, it's probably the arthritis kicking in.
Right. They arthritis. Mine was surf and turf. So yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But we back though, baby. So let's go. Man, it was a vibe though. Vibe weekend, man. Shout out.
Good to hear.
Yes, indeed. I guess I'm becoming you, man. I'm becoming a golfer like you. One day, 30 years down the line, I'm actually going to be halfway decent. I think it's going to take about 30 years to get decent, though.
It depends.
Because, boy.
You know what? If you want, you could get out there every day and dedicate a couple hours, 2, 3 hours, 4 hours to working on your game. You could expedite that process a lot, but I don't know how much time you got.
I be trying. I'm trying. But
You're family man.
I tried. I try to wear a lot of hats. Like family man, company man. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to be a good friend. I'm just trying to live life. You know what I mean? Like just all aspects. But you got to get that golf game right, man. Got to get the golf game right. All right. So with that being the case, though, let's start the show like how we normally do. Because we're going to have some fun this morning, man. It's a beautiful day today, too, man.
I got a Deke thought. And I actually wanted to read a couple of these comments.
Actually, yeah, good call on it. The reason why I jumped the gun, Harley Taylor caught me off guard.
Okay.
I'm looking in the comment section. You know how we do when we just kind of, doing our intro. And Harley had said, I've been watching for 2 years. Finally made a thing to comment. All the way from Missouri. Love you most. And it was like, yo, you finally had a chance to comment on the show. Like, respected at Harley. And the fact that been tapping it for 2 years and just now getting a chance to comment, but the dedication, the support. And I like that. It caught me off guard. I was like, yo, salute you. So that's what made me want to just jump. But let me not jump the gun, D.
Yeah.
Sometimes I mess up. Sometimes I be tripping. If anybody's been around me, they know, hey, yo, most trip on occasion. Sometimes I be tripping. I was tripping.
It happens.
We back. Every. Like remix. You know, remix in the building too. Shout out to you, baby. So now let's get it going. How we do? Do we got a Deke thought today, Deke? What you got for us on the table?
I do,
man?
But I also wanted to read a comment here.
Man, rock off, man. It's your world.
Just to put things in perspective for this year.
Let's do it.
X Concept says 2024 is now 50% complete.
Ooh, respect on that.
Hope everyone have been doing good with their New Year's resolutions and everything.
So far, so good. I'm hoping, right?
Yeah, I think because that comment just made me reflect a little bit. It's like, did I accomplish everything I wanted to accomplish?
Okay.
I think I'm on the right path for things. Left some out there. Left some out there though.
Are you sharing? Can we share or not share?
No, I think it's just with
personal perspective.
Yeah, like I don't know. Yeah, obviously I've been wanting to be more healthy, get in shape, and that type of stuff. It's like I have been going in the right direction.
I would agree.
Ultimately, though, have I left a few things out there? Yeah, sure. Ooh, yeah, like what I mean is like, there's times where I go off the rails a little with my diet.
Okay.
Maybe booze a little too much here or there. Like, try to cut that out a little bit more. But like, I'm going in a much better direction for sure.
Let's go.
Maybe even saving money and spending more wisely. Like I think I'm going in a decent direction with. Actually, no, I'm not. Probably no, I'm not going in. A
Hey,
good
yo, you're
direction.
funny for that.
No.
Actually, no, I'm not doing that.
I've been
Actually, no.
spending too much on gear. I mean, you guys see the wardrobe
But you
upgrades.
dripped up though, bro. You are stupid.
Well, the
drippy.
problem is again, like it's tough because I do have a bunch of nice clothes. I think I bought over the last year and a half, 2 years. But as my body's transforming here, the sizing just it keeps
It's
switching
real.
up.
It's real.
It's so annoying. I
That
have a
is
bunch
real.
of stuff, but then I look in my dresser. I look with my clothes hanging up. I'm like, sometimes it just doesn't feel like I have anything to wear because like the fits are off.
Yeah. Because it's
Some of
like,
these
yo, I
clothes
bought
don't
this
fit
when
like
I
I
was
like-
at this size, but now I'm at this size. And I get exactly what you're saying.
Yeah,
I
so
know
that's
exactly
a
what
little
you're saying with that.
frustrating. That's a little frustrating.
No.
But I think I've done good. Like that 50 days no booze, that was good.
Bro, that was a vibe.
That was solid.
And you
I
was
wasn't
locked in
expecting
on
that.
it too. You was locked
I wasn't
in.
expecting that. I didn't think I could go over a month.
Yeah.
Went a good 50 days.
I love it, man. I love it. I was glad to see that you set your mind out to it. You stuck with it. And then you came off of it when you were ready. It wasn't like a peer pressure thing. It wasn't oh, man, I feel bad. It was like, yo, when you was ready to vibe, I'll be vibing. Like, I think that's hard, bro.
I might go on another run here soon, too.
Yeah?
Might go on another run. We'll see. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think I'm due for another run.
Salute you there,
It was
bro.
a good time, man. It was.
I like that. Well, shoot, man. You being transparent, I guess I'd be a little transparent, too. So far, so good on what I was trying to accomplish this year. I said I wanted to be a little bit more buttoned up with the content stuff, man. In terms of just overall production of it, man, more so the planning of it, strategic stuff like that, and also being more active on the YouTube space. I feel like, been checking some of that off. I like that. Now, I'm still working on being a tinky bit more healthy, Dick. I got a little bit more.
I think we all are. That's what I mean.
Just a tinky bit.
I think
you
we've
know?
all.
It's
I
like
bet you
right
the
there.
chat could attest to it too. We've all left some out there. These last
Because
6
as a
months.
whole,
We could all do a little better.
yeah, as a whole, I'm like, I love the general health. Like, I feel like I'm great, right?
Yeah.
But it's like, yo, it's in the words of Coach Tomlin, it's more meat on the bone. That's what I say. It's just a little more meat on it, bro.
Yeah.
I just got a little bit more I could be. But this is my problem too, Deke. Part of me, I'll be like, yo, all right, let's lock in. Let's go all the way with it. And then I'll be like, yo, but you only got one life. And you
Yeah,
gotta
that's
give
what the
yourself
balance
some
is for, right?
grace, and you gotta, you know what I mean? So then I play this game of, all right, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do it. All right, I'm gonna do it anyways. Cause I just like it.
And then you might do it a little
And
too
then
much.
do it, yeah.
I gotta lock back in.
So
Yeah.
that's kind of like where I'm at right now.
That's the
I'm in that little
balance.
bit phase. And I don't want to blame it on people, but I'm real situational. Like if it's people that I really, really rock with, I'm way more inclined to like, I'll eat a little bad, I'll eat a little later. I'm like, yo, I don't even like to eat this late. But if I'm with the gang, it's like, all right, man, if this is the vibe, this is the vibe. So yeah, bro. But as a whole though, man, we working. So I would say my first half of the year, since we are 50% here, I would say I've been locked in. I've been better at the house too. That was the other part. I was like, yeah, I get better at the house. Since I be taking work home. I'm technically always at the crib. But sometimes, so I take it with me. It's like, yo, you can't take it with you. You can't be planning all the day. You can't be trying to take over the world 24 hours a day. So, salute that, man. Salute that. But it's the pinky
Good
in
to
the
hear.
brain, man. It's pinky in the brain in me, man. Just always want to just big vision, big picture. Yeah. So you got to learn to unplug that thing. And golf be helping with that. So, shout out to you for putting me on the golf, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do
I
have
like
a
it, though.
Deke thought as well.
Man, dude, the way that you going to make us do 11 a.m. shows if you coming in with this type of energy. I'm just saying, 9 a.m. is too early for me. That's like my breaking point. I'm like,
It does seem like I'm a little sharper right now.
yeah, this 11 a.m. I'm like, Deke, I don't know. This 11 is like, yeah, I like your vibe right now, man. He came in with, I got this. I got this. I'm dripped out. I got that. I'm like, yo, all right, Deke, I'm about to just turn the show over to you, bro. Yeah, I love the energy, man. Loving it.
Okay. So this actually popped into my mind over the weekend. Why popcorn in movie theaters? Why is it so synonymous with movie theaters?
Ooh. I would say it's cheap. It's something that you really can't mess up. And it's easy to make it unhealthy and taste really good with butter and salt and pepper, right? A little garlic salt, all that type of stuff. Hot sauce if you want to as well. I would go with that initially. But outside of that, I can't tell you why popcorn versus like regular potato chips, or applesauce for crying out, like just any other like type of food. Yeah.
Well, you hit the nail on the head with your first answer. Cheap.
Let's
Because
go.
popcorn was around back in like the late 1800s, I believe. I guess the exact date doesn't matter, but whenever popcorn first came out, it was very popular at basically everything outside of theaters and like movie theaters, because obviously like theaters and plays, those have been around
for decades, for generations.
How long, right? So whenever movie theaters came about, they tried to replicate the theater vibe and be more like hoity-toity and
almost like the buttoned up movie, like a theater, like a show.
They were going for that. And because
like drink your wine and have your crackers and cheese
right
on
when films first came out, there was actually no sound.
Correct.
So you had to be literate to go and watch them. Maybe there would be subtitles or something. Yep. So when the Great Depression hit, things started to change. For movie theaters, needed to get people in there somehow, some way, and have people spend. And whatever they were serving, whatever food and whatever drinks they were serving in there, were a little too expensive. So they tried popcorn. Everyone loved popcorn. Like I said, everyone loved popcorn outside of the theater and everything else that they were doing in life.
Yeah,
it was a popular product. So the theaters that lasted were the ones that started introducing popcorns during the Great Depression.
So, that is wild.
Yeah.
So kind of like when COVID happened, we saw people stem from always being in-house or always being at a location to do more of the digital stuff. And we saw how that has like opened up a lot of doors. So the Great Depression is the person or the event that we get to thank for popcorn being synonymous to being at all theaters now.
Yeah.
I like that though,
that's kind of how it did.
Yeah.
And then it's just like people like popcorn.
Yeah. And because I think of popcorn and peanuts almost the same. Like peanuts I think of like at bars. Popcorns I always think of at movies. And that does make perfect sense, the cheap element of it. Shout out.
Yeah, I think it was like 5 or 10 cents during the Great Depression. So people could afford that.
I didn't realize that theaters were viewed like the movie, because I know like theaters as a whole, like plays and that, because even now Broadway is still big like that. You still go to Broadway, you still got to wear, dress up, nice suit, coat, stuff like that. But I never knew movie theaters specifically had that same type of decorum when it first came out.
Yeah.
Interesting. Deke, you on fire at 11 a.m., bro. Deke, you're on fire. You know I'm a movie dude, so you hit something that already hit, and it's popcorn. I like me some popcorn. That's good for you, too. It ain't too heavy. It's easy on the butter sometimes. Easy on the butter. But shout out, bro.
Yeah.
Shout out. I always wonder who was the first person to, like, invent popcorn. Or, like, how did you come to this? Like, let me just take this, put this over this fire, and let's just see what happens. Like,
maybe that could be for tomorrow.
Ooh, never know. Shout out to the Deke Thought, though, man. Shout out to the Deke Thought, bro. 11 a.m. Deke is wild. 11 a.m., bro. You hitting different at 11 a.m., man. I don't know what it is. You got good rest. Maybe you have brunch or you have breakfast. I don't know. But, like, yo.
I didn't have the best of rest, though, to be honest. I was telling you that before we started
also
recording.
True. This is crazy. Maybe it's because it's not at 9. If you had a rough night of rest and then it's 9 a.m., then it's like,
Maybe I did get enough sleep. It was just sporadic sleep. It was not consistent sleep. I went to bed early, but then like woke up around 4. Couldn't get back to sleep until like, I don't know, probably like 8.
Jeez.
Then I woke up for this. So like maybe the hours add up.
Yeah.
To like good amount of sleep.
But I tell you, as long as you're getting that 6 is like, they say like the
I at least
minimum
got
level
that.
of optimum, and then 7 is like that sweet spot. Then anything
I
after that, you playing with house
6.
money.
Definitely.
Heck yeah. I like it then. And so shoot, shout out to the sleep. I was literally got distracted. My man Greg Yeager is like, yo, did you watch UFC? Yes, we did watch that. Shout out to Alex Pereira. Kicked my man's head completely off. Yeah, it was one of them ones, man. One of them ones. I'd like to see him go to the heavyweight fight John Jones next. Or actually, let him fight Aspinwall. Then we'll see John Jones after that. But yeah, I'm down for that. Love it all. Love it. All right. But officially, I'm going to snap that one again because your Deke Thoughts was fire this morning. Salute to that. All right. But if you got anything else, you got anything? All right. So with that being the case, let's go ahead and start the show like how we always do. Go ahead and drop it in the comment section where you're tuning in from, and that way we'll give you those big boy shout outs to start the day's show. And of course, don't forget to hit that like button one time for the culture and subscribe if you are new to the channel, baby.
X Concepts from the 724 Claridge, PA, and asks, y'all trading Daniels for Aiyuk straight up if offered? Yes.
Okay. I mean, I think if you do that, you close one issue, but I think you create another issue. Just how I look at it. But I don't hate it. I promise I don't hate it, man.
Yeah, I'd take my chances with Herbig or Mason McCormick. The Don Hefe Juan 323, Watts, California.
Watts.
Mike
Let's
Hood,
go.
the 614, Columbus.
Shout out to Columbus in the building.
Kenneth Moses 757, salute from Virginia Beach. Who is going to be the surprise star this year?
The Crib.
We're talking about that a little bit today.
Yeah, heck yeah, man. Because we talked a little bit about our offensive guys last time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, now we're going to focus on that defense today, baby. Can't wait.
Leah Warren 754, a long vacation out here in Florida.
Let's go. Shout out to you being in Florida, too, man. Hope
And
you
tuning
enjoy
in during
yourself.
vacation.
Yeah,
How about
dedication. And at the earlier time, too. Because she's usually in Texas where, I think she's 2 hours behind over there. So she's 11 a.m. with us right now. So salute you, Leah. Heck yeah.
900 Juice from Compton, California.
Yeah.
310, Kendrickville.
Let's go. Hey, yeah, man. King Kendrick. You know what time he on, man. And shout out to you all the way over there in the west side, too.
NML Finesse 410, watching from the porch in the 410.
Let's go.
Tyler Candelaria from the 585
Tyler.
/ 716, Buffalo, New York.
Let's go.
Here we go, Steelers.
Let's go.
Love an early morning start while I work. Good vibes.
Shout out. Let's get it.
I'll say a couple more. Mac PGH is tuning in from enemy territory. Dub V says, ready for the new NCAA game.
Yeah, but soon. Real soon.
And Jerry in Pittsburgh Steelers for life from 559 Visalia, California says, I'm officially back, but also working on the spreadsheet for picks this year.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. He was
He
the one
did.
that kept
He held us down
first
last year. And that's another thing. When I talk about wanting to be more buttoned up, it's certain things like that I got to make sure we're more consistent with. Because Deke don't like when I be on his head with these picks, man. You feel me? I be over here just, Deke, you can't pick them better than me, Deke. And he be trying to get off the hook with that thing. So
I think I'm 2-1.
I don't know what he's talking about. I'm definitely undefeated. All right. It's not even close. It's like 50-0. All right. We don't lose over here. Yeah. But we got, yeah. So shout out to you for keeping track. But I'm going to make sure we do that better. We're not going to wait till week 10 and then he just casually bring it. Oh, what's the record again? No. All right. We're going to make sure that we keep him in order, spotlight on that the whole time, all right? So shout out to you. Definitely shout out to you. Man, let me tap in real quick. I got a couple people I want to shout out real quick. I think I do at least. Malvo does it in the 562, Long Beach, California. What up, though? What up to you, baby? NML Finesse 410, watching from the porch in the 410 with a nice bowl of, I'm hoping that's rice. So we're going to leave it at that. Oh, actually got some cereal. Shout out to you, man. Hopefully, it's 11:30, a little brunch, cereal-ish. Eat cereal 11:30ish, sometime. Yeah. Heck yeah.
You can eat it anytime. I think it's a good late night snack too.
Low key, I'm with you. Shout out to cereal, man. Daniel 687 King, Phoenix, Arizona 602 Hinesfield West. Shout out to you for that one as well. John Policastro in Pensacola, Florida. Shout out to Pensacola, Florida as well, man. Aaron Grant in the 704 Charlotte. And he says J. Cole is the GOAT. Now, they're going to have some issues with you saying Cole the GOAT just because of how everything kind of played out when he had a chance to, take that GOAT title. He didn't want that. So, got, easy on that one, baby. Easy on that one. Corey Hewins, though, in Greer, South Carolina, the 864. One time for the coach. And I will end it with the one and only London Parker in the 843 Charleston, South Carolina. Let's go. Shout out to you, baby. Shout out to you. And what up, Pittsburgh Toddy? Buenos dias back to you, mi amigo. You know what time we on. Yes, indeed. We
got AJ Martinez starting the show off with a bang.
Shout out to AJ too, Rockstar at Life. You know how you do.
So Sabotage 7 lives. Let's go, Deke. And let's go 5-5.
Shout out. I was thinking of you too, Deke. I popped up on IG this morning.
Okay.
And I don't know why, but they were playing the full like recap of Seven's last like the tribute, and it was like an IG slide. So they had like the, all right, he's doing the warm ups. Then it was showing like all the former teammates talking about him, and it was trying to show. And I was thinking about how in that last game you was the spotlight dude in the parking lot. Then you was the spotlight dude. It turns like the camera being on you. In the crowd when Seven's doing his little walk.
I was on ESPN. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like, but they were showing like all the clips, and I was hoping it was going to show it. I was like, yo,
Damn,
show my man. But it made me think of you when it was like, yo, Seven's last game tribute. And then this is the part that really took me. I went to the comment section.
That was old, Deke.
I went to the comment section, Deke.
That was old, Deke.
I went to the comment section,
I
Deke.
missed that guy.
Deke, this is what they showed. It was love. They was like, yo, it was nothing better than the love that the city shows Seven. He's walking around, and when they show "Thank you, Seven,"
no,
"Thank you, Seven," and it made me think of Deke because everybody else was on the "Thank you, Seven" train.
That was fake love.
Hated "Thank you, Seven." He hated it, and the whole time, like in the comments, you see it all. It's "Thank you, Seven." I'm like, yo, Deke would be
all those
this
fake
right
fans, man. Fake fans giving the fake love.
Yo,
the real love was like, yeah, you're that good. Come back next year. We need you. You're carrying this broke-ass team right now into the playoffs. Thank you. Come back. No, they were saying thank you, like leave.
It was like, thank you,
fake
Seven.
love.
Thank you, Seven.
Fake
thank you, Seven. Bitch, I see it. I was like, yo.
I wasn't messing with that.
I was like, yo, Deke would not like the. He was like all this other stuff, the clips, everything else looked great. They showed obviously his highlights because he cooked in the game. Showed the little walk through it, the walk by at the end, like dapping up the crowd. But yeah, it was like, yo, thank you, Seven. I was like, yo, Deke was anti thank you, Seven. That was the one he did not rock with right there.
Yeah, I wasn't cool with that.
No. But shout out to Seven though. And shout out to you, AJ Martinez.
AJ Martinez also says, happy belated birthday to the Ripper. Rest in peace. We miss you.
Who am I missing?
I'm not sure. Maybe that's someone AJ knows.
Respect. R.I.P. R.I.P. I didn't know it was like Jack at first, like Jack the Ripper. I was like,
yeah, I'm not sure.
I was like, we shout Jack the Ripper out today. Say, had it on the bingo card this morning. That's all.
AJ Martinez says, happy birthday to Mary Jo. Happy B-Day to Rosalinda.
Shout out to Mary Jo. Shout out to Rosalinda as well, man. Happy birthday to both of you amazing people, man. If AJ shouting you out, you gotta be rock stars because AJ only deals with rock stars. You dig what we saying? So shout out to both of y'all,
He's
man.
also
Absolutely.
giving Jaron, Pittsburgh Steelers for life, a shout out. It says blessings and safe travel, brother.
Respect. Where's Jaron pulling up to today?
Not sure.
Yeah, because
Must have said something early in the chat.
All right. Well, yeah, definitely safe travels, Jaron, wherever you're at, man. And we always appreciate you being around us too, baby. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
He also says, shout out to Michelle, the one woman I will ever love.
Ooh, respect on that, man. They say you can't choose who you love, D. When you love them, you love them. And AJ sounds like he loves hard. And that's what I like to hear. Because I love hard too. You feel me? So you just got love. And don't be afraid to love. Don't be afraid of it, man. If your heart get broke, who cares? You rather experience it than have never experienced it at all. All right? So love hard, man. And, just hope that the odds are in your favor and that the love is reciprocated.
Cal Monier, what's up, guys? Miss y'all. I've been riding the high of the Celtics winning the chip. Last time the Celtics won it, the Steelers won it as well.
Talk that talk.
Hashtag Sabotage7.
Why can't it happen again? Why can't it happen again, Deke? Why can't it?
There's no reason it
Why
can't.
Why can't it happen again? That's what I'm saying. Sure.
There's no reason it can't.
Come on, man.
We got the pieces in place.
Everything we need, man. Why not us? The Celtics did win it, which is kind of crazy. But, yeah, if that is the case, because that would have been 10, yeah. The big three.
Or no, wait.
Oh, shoot. Good call.
That's when they won. They ended up going back to a final.
Lost in 10 to L.A. that year. Yeah. That was the Paul Gasol, Lamar Odom team. Yeah. Ooh, so, shoot.
Yeah, because we lost in 10 as well.
Respect. Historic on historic. And that was, I remember low-key seeing an article. It was like, yo, title time versus title time. Oh, that's title time. That's title time. I remember that. Shout out.
Steeler Nation on fire. Todd Gurley said F no to getting traded to the Steelers, which I don't understand why he would say no to the Steelers.
At what point in his career? Because you got to remember, Le'Veon Bell was here a lot of the same time that Gurley was supposed to be the man. And
I did see that headline. I didn't really look into it.
Because I'm like, unless we're talking his last year with the Rams, but by then we all kind of looked at that as you don't want to touch Gurley with the knees anyways.
Yeah, what were we doing trying to trade for him?
That's what I'm like, yeah, unless this was the L Bell holdout year?
Didn't he spend that last season in Atlanta?
Yeah, if this is the L Bell holdout year, like when he set out for the franchise tag, if that was the case, then maybe, but I don't see a scenario where we would have wanted Gurley over L. Bell anyways.
It's saying late in Gurley's career.
What are you playing games?
He says, I knew they were either going to cut me or they were going to try and trade me. If they were going to try and trade me, they said something like Buffalo or Pittsburgh. I was like, F no, cut me. But yeah, I knew something was going to happen. So
let's pull up late in his career. Let's pull him up.
Yeah,
Because he was in LA, right?
Yeah, what year
We got to
was
look at them
that?
numbers, man.
No, I don't think we should have traded for him.
What you, Deke?
Well, you know what?
Where was L. Bell? Is this the James Conner or is this the L. Bell year?
Yeah,
That's what
Bell,
I'm trying to see.
Bell is definitely not here.
Right.
At this
Because
point.
this is the James Conner time frame, not that first James Conner year, but the second one. That could have made sense.
It could have made sense. And Gurley may have been an upgrade at that point.
Yeah.
So, man, what's crazy is whenever you hear the phrase "late stage in his career," like
He
how old
only
do you think
played-
old do you
bro,
think he was at that point?
27.
26.
That's
He
what
was
I'm saying.
25 for his last year
He
with the
only
Rams.
played- it was like
26.
he got what,
in
6
Atlanta.
years in? What did he get? 6 or 7?
6.
Yeah, I was about to say he ain't played. Like it wasn't 10. No, it was. He had a run though. He had a crazy run, but it was yeah. But he had the knees. That was his whole issue.
So 2019 was his last year with the Rams. 2020 last year in Atlanta. So yeah, it would have been for James Conner's second year. Or that would have been, I guess,
Third
Conner's
year.
third year as
That'd
a
have been
starter.
the
That
Connor,
was COVID year.
Connor, Samuel, and Benny Snell. Am I correct on that? Was Benny Snell here then?
It depends on when they were did they
Pre-draft versus post-draft.
No, I'm saying, like, were they trying? It had to have been, it had to have been between 2019 and 2020. So he would have been playing in 2020. I think you're a year early.
So
It was-
Connor Samuels then, because Jalen Samuels was doing the Wildcat stuff.
That was with Mason. That was 2019.
You
So that
said
would
this
have
was
been
19 and 20.
19 was his last year with the Rams.
Okay.
So 2020 was the Falcons' year for him. So the Rams cut him after 2019, going into 2020. So that would have been James Conner and Snow. I don't think Samuel was there for Ben's return that COVID year.
Okay.
I think it was Snow,
Hold on, I'm gonna pull it up.
McFarland,
Let's pull it
and Connor, I think.
Because you said 19, let's pull it. 2019.
No, 2020. It'd be 2020.
20.
Yeah. Yeah, 2019 was Mason and Duck.
Right. Because that was the year where we were doing the joint with Jalen. Yeah.
Yep.
All right, 2020 Steelers roster. Let's see what our RB situation was looking like.
It's weird. He didn't really do that good with the Falcons. 678,
Trey
9 touchdowns,
Edmonds was there.
3.5 yards per attempt.
Dang.
I don't know.
Let's see.
That might have been better than what we
Yeah,
had.
so Trey Edmonds was here. Anthony McFarland Jr. was here. Jalen Samuels was here.
Connor had a hot start.
And Benny Snell, yeah.
And then we stopped running it late in the season.
Dang, go on, bro.
Yeah, I don't know why he said F no, though. That's the
Because I'm looking
weird
at
part.
what was our
Steelers would probably be a
O-line?
good team to go to. I mean, we typically are.
and check it out.
Most players want to go to the Steelers.
In our O-line in 20, we still had Pouncey, DeCastro, Chooks was at right, Filer was at left guard, and then Big Al was at left tackle.
They started deteriorating late in the season.
They did. We would agree because that was the playoff where
That was when we won
Snap
11
over
and
now.
0.
Yeah.
That was the year we won 11 and 0.
Right.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah, if I'm Gurley at that stage, I don't think I'm looking at Pittsburgh and saying that. What? Unless he felt he could get more money to go to Atlanta versus a trade to Pittsburgh.
Well, if he was getting traded, he'd still keep his
contract,
with the
right?
Rams, and that was a massive deal. He was getting overpaid
Right.
at the end of it.
That
towards
was
the
why they
end.
wanted to move on from him.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know. How you feel about that, D?
It's interesting. I mean,
Yeah.
to each their own.
Yeah.
Usually you don't hear that out of players whenever there's an option to go to Pittsburgh. Usually
It's like going to Pittsburgh.
that's a great organization. Mike
Yeah.
Tomlin's there. And at the time we had Big Ben. Like I don't know.
Ooh.
That sounds like a surprising
Detail. So
thing to say.
I don't know how accurate, but John Palicastro, shout out to you, John, rocking with us on the early morning. He says he was a big Baltimore fan growing up. That was part of what he was talking about.
That makes
so,
sense then.
Yeah, I could definitely understand that. Because low key, that's how I used to feel about the
So
Redskins.
Where's he from then?
I don't know where he's from. Yeah,
I
GB
thought
Drew
he
said
was.
a Ravens
I thought
fan.
he was from Georgia. I
He
know
might
he
have
went to
been.
Georgia, and I thought that's ultimately why he went
Yeah.
to Atlanta.
Yeah,
to finish his career.
GB Drew said he was a Ravens fan.
Okay, there you go.
That makes sense then. I could definitely understand that.
Yeah,
Definitely could understand that then. Yep.
Yeah, it'd be like if you're a Steeler fan and a team's giving you the option to be traded to the Browns or maybe another team, or you could potentially be cut. It's like, F no, I'm not going to the Browns anywhere but the Browns.
Facts.
Like,
yep. I get that. I could definitely get that.
Okay, there you go.
Shout out to Todd Gurley then.
He was born in Baltimore.
No wonder we ain't like him. That makes sense. We
Surprised he didn't go to Baltimore. That would have been a Baltimore move for sure.
Yeah, man, he should have went to the Ravens.
Pick up a wash, Todd Gurley.
Took him. Oh, they did. And he would have messed around and had about 900. You know how they do over there.
They probably had Ingram at the time.
So they was already on it. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was before the Latavius Murray. He's like, yo, we can't get him. All right, we'll go with this one then. Think about it. They had Latavius Murray, L. Bell. I'm just like, yo, what is this? But it was working over there, man.
Tito Good Vibes gifted membership to Big Mabe.
Shout out to Tito Good Vibes being an absolute rock star at life and Big Mabes. Welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Come on, yeah. James Daniels has been nice for us, but he's coming up on a big payday. I don't see him taking less money to stay. Do we trade him or ride it out? I don't know where this is coming from. Didn't we talk about James Daniel and a contract extension like a month ago?
Yeah.
I don't know where the thought of him getting this big payday or like we're like pressed to potentially trade. It's like this do or die type of thing that we got to do right now with him. I think you just ride it out.
Yeah. He's going into the last year of the deal, guaranteed money and stuff like that. So we get it. And traditionally you would want an extension. But at the same time, it's like the Steelers don't have to be in a rush to give James Daniels an extension. Not only do they have depth, they have veteran and youth behind him. So you feel like, in a sense, we can let this year play out. And if he still is the best guard option, then yeah, we can extend him afterwards.
We have so much cap space.
Right.
This year. I think we have like 125 million cap space. We have the most in the league right now.
Yeah, we got a war chest right now. Absolutely. So it's like we don't have to be in a hurry to do that. But at the same time, say he struggles this year, say he gets injured this year, and now we get a chance to see a Nate Herbig a little bit more or a Mason McCormick a little bit more. Now it might change how we view him. We might say, you know what, you're a little bit more expendable because we feel very confident in our young guys. That's the only reason why I would say I don't think you have to be in a hurry for the Steelers to pay him right now, but I also don't think you have to be in a hurry to move on from him either. And that was the part kind of what we said, what I was alluding to earlier with the would you trade Aiyuk for James Daniels. It's like, I love what Aiyuk brings to the table as a receiving threat, but I also know what it has felt like at times when our offensive line could not protect. And we would say it didn't matter who was running routes. If this quarterback doesn't have enough time, it's killing us. And that was the whole purpose of us going and getting a Broderick Jones, going and getting a Troy Fautanu, going out there and paying for Isaac Seumalo, going and getting James Daniels when we did, because prior to James Daniels, we had Trey Turner, right? And we said at times, even with Trey, it was like, yo, that's the vet. But if that's our best offensive line right now, man, we struggling. So that's the reason for me where I'm not in a hurry to go back to that, in the sense of when people will bring up, why didn't we go get a Creed Humphrey instead of going, drafting a move? Like, we could have got this guy instead of that guy. And it's like, well, do we want to do this and keep doing this and keep doing this? We kind of got the offensive line situated. We can still get an Aiyuk without having to give up a James Daniels. You know what I mean? And that's just kind of how I look at it. So that's the long answer to why I wouldn't trade him and why I don't think we got to pay him either right now. But I think that we finally have an offensive line that's going to have a chance to be really good this year.
Yeah.
Like, really good. And we haven't had that, since 19. Think about it, man. 2019, 2018 was the last time we felt like, yo, we got a rock solid line that it don't matter what we got running back wise, they're going to be straight. Quarterback, you going to have time. We haven't had that in a minute, man. And I think that that's going to change how we view our offense also, because that opens up a lot more avenues for him.
And Daniels would be the only one out of this group that would be up after this season.
Correct.
So no matter what, we should have 4 of the 5 in 2025 because, 3 of them big-time draft picks,
Yeah.
and Frazier, Broderick Jones, and Fawatana, recent draft picks.
Yeah.
So they're under contract for a little bit. And then Isaac Seumalo has one more year under contract, unless we decide to get rid of him. But we still got the rights for him for 2025. So I don't even think it would be that hard to replace just James Daniel too.
Yeah.
Like, because we know how offensive lines and how they are sometimes. Like a lot of times the success is based off the whole unit, not one individual player. So if we have 4 of the 5, and obviously hoping that this line does what it's supposed to this year, like I think we'll be all right either way with or without James Daniel, because we can either replace him in free agency or maybe draft a dude in the 1st or 2nd round this year.
And changes everything. Yeah.
Yeah, or we just re-sign him. Like you said, I just don't think we have to be in this rush, because on paper Daniels is the one with the least amount of pedigree on this line. I mean, he's more proven than some of the young guys, but we took Frazier in the 2nd, we took Jones and Fawatana in the 1st, and then Seumalo we paid, well, I guess, honestly, about the same amount as James Daniel. Never mind. I thought we paid Seumalo more than Daniels.
No. Daniels got the most out the group.
I actually think you're right.
Daniels got the most.
Didn't he get like 11?
Yeah, his contract.
All right, never mind then. I just lied. Seumalo's Super Bowl champion, though.
Yeah, Seumalo, I felt like came with more pedigree from Philly.
Yeah.
Whereas with James, when we paid James, a lot of people were like, yo, why are we and who are we paying from the Bears offensive line? I don't think he was as known there. But part of that is you playing in Chicago. Chicago wasn't having a lot of success, and that's why we all looked at him like, why would we want to do that? But, I mean, he's been an upgrade since coming here compared to what we had prior to him.
Slipped up a little last year, but
as a whole, he's been an upgrade.
Yeah, I don't see. There's no reason why he can't have a bounce back year.
Yeah,
no reason for that.
Yeah,
and obviously him and the whole offensive line was doing a lot better when Mason Rudolph was playing the way that he did. We weren't complaining about the O line as much, right?
I would agree. Running game looked better too. Think about how the holes Najee and Jalen Warren were running through.
Yeah, they were putting up numbers. Huge game against the Seahawks.
Yeah,
did good against the Ravens. AJ Martinez says the 5-5 juice box. Nice sabotage. Golf 5-4. No. LOL.
Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, man. Yeah, they got after me, man. They got after me. And the problem is this, Deke. I know I'm going to go back out there one of these other days. You feel me? And I'm just nervous. Just thinking about it. I'm just like, yo.
You got to listen to my voice. Me telling you, just, hey, man, stick to your guns.
I'm over here like,
don't fall into the peer pressure.
Just the thought of it's like, but it's tough when you got to ride home with the person too, Deke. You know how it is. It's like,
and their family.
It's not just gonna end. It's not. It's just gonna keep going. And if I wasn't like this in other areas, I wouldn't feel bad. But you know how it is. It's like, yo, you gonna be like that with this part, so you know this is their part to get you back. Or you like, dang, all right, cool, like, all right, karma, So that's why you gotta be nice to everybody. All right, just stop being don't peer pressure people. Don't pick on people because it comes back. All right, it comes back at times. And here we are. So I'm just gonna keep drinking this water. I'm hydrating.
Pickensburg 412 Pickensburg joined the upper room.
Shout out to 412 Pickensburg. And welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
AJ Martinez gifted a Moats membership to Corey Hewins.
Shout out to AJ being a rock star at life and Corey Hewins, along with Uncle Straight and Peak. Each and every one of y'all. Welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Shout out to y'all, man. We always appreciate y'all joining the family, man. It means a lot to us that y'all rock with us as well, man. And that y'all always being here daily with us too, man. We try to get the content, nice, perspective, fun. So shout out to y'all.
Let's go, UW says, congrats to Anna Cockrell for qualifying for the Olympics in the 400-meter hurdles. Anna is former Steeler cornerback Russ Cockrell's sister.
Yes, indeed. Talk that talk. Now, that's major right there, man. Salute to the Cockrell family, man, and salute to Anna, man. Absolutely, man. That's dope as heck, man. Obviously, I know the Olympics coming up right now, later this month, man. So that's definitely a dope situation right there. 400-meter hurdles. So she gonna be out there competing with, I want to say Sydney, right? Sydney McLaughlin. Yeah. So definitely like that right there, man. But anytime we get Steelers and Bills blood, I like his blood a lot. His story is real. Like it hits home. You know,
he's a Steeler pureblood,
though,
right?
No, I understand where he started at, and then where he came to, and I love how he ended it with the ring. Shout out to him getting the icing on the cake. You know, but I just love his journey, you know, from start, specifically where he started at, and then where he came
was he on, like,
to.
The Bills practice squad or something?
No, he was a 4th-round draft pick for the Bills.
Was he?
Yeah, he lasted a year, and then after that, we traded for him. He came on down to the black and gold, and it was amazing. And then after that, I think he went to the Giants, then Panthers, but then won it with the Bucks, with Brady and AB. Down in Tampa, man. So salute to him, man. Salute to him. But yeah, Ross Cockrell, man, that's the name. My man was nice as heck and they never had sweat. He just come out there, no gloves, no wristbands, no tape, just socks pulled up. You like, bro, you fresh off the mannequin with it, bruh. But that was Ross, man.
Is he starting corner on the Moats all-time favorite players team?
Ooh, yes, it's a strong.
Levi Ross got to be in there.
It's
right?
a strong, yeah, but Ross is the champion. You know what I mean? Levi has moments, but Ross has the ring. You feel me? So that's why. And I was actually teammates with Ross for multiple seasons, whereas me and Levi, we actually never got to, share the locker room. You know, I just seen him from afar. Love his story though.
Is Mitch your quarterback?
It's a strong possibility Mitch is in that quarterback convo, and I feel good about it because Buffalo Mitch be straight. All right, Buffalo Mitch is not Pittsburgh Mitch. We just draw that line right now. All right, it's a difference. Okay,
You don't get to see him play up there.
He plays one way here. No. When he comes out there, hey. You know what time it is, baby? It's 28-3, baby. All right, hey. Hand that ball off, baby. We hand it off, get a little play action pass there. Victory formation. Like, he looks great in all those moments. He's going to thrash people in the preseason. It's going to look great. This is what Mitch does, man. I'm a big Buffalo Mitch fan. Big Buffalo Mitch fan. Just all that. Yeah. Shout out to Mitch. Buffalo Mitch. Not Pittsburgh Mitch. Shout out to Buffalo Mitch. We just go, man. But it's perfect because I kind of got the hybrid with him because I got the connect with him in Pittsburgh. I ain't connect with him as a Bill. I connected with him in that black and that gold. So I think that hits a little bit different, right? That's an added bonus. Yeah. It's got to be somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
don't know.
We just feel like family.
You tell me this is your team.
I'm just it's my team. I just say like I just feel like the way that my team is set up with the hybrid bloodlines, I think it's a team that both organizations could get behind. I think both fan bases could get behind.
I guess maybe you could have Pat P on your team.
Well, why can't I? Why not?
Yeah, I think you could. Not the same path.
But we AZ bloodlines together.
That's what I mean.
Yeah. We've been hybrided, and I shared a locker room with him. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I got a James Conner in there too. Now that he done bounced on us. Yeah, come on now. Come on.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm just saying I once you could leave and go somewhere else, then it's like, all right, you fair game now. So, yeah. But let me think work on me some more Bills. I'm gonna give some more Bills guys tonight, man. Don't worry. We're building up a nice little bloodline. We're gonna be like, the two founding families of the NFL at the end of this thing. It's like, they came from either the Bills or the Steelers. And that's where all the great players come from. Say
Big, was that M or Ern 772 says James Conner's last season. I think he's alluding to when the Steelers were trying to trade for James Conner.
Oh, okay. Respect on that. Definitely respect on that.
AJ Martinez says Steelers podcast turn hybrid Bills. LOL.
Listen,
I might put in my 2 weeks.
Don't do that, man. Don't do that. Deke secretly enjoys the Bills. Like, I've seen him in Buffalo. He had a great time. Okay? Whenever the Bills are on the calendar, he gets excited about it. He's usually the one telling me months in advance, hey, you know that game coming up. So I feel like deep down inside, he has a little bit of that blue and red. Just a little bit. All right? But we don't want that to mess up the brand. The brand is black and gold. And that's why I understand. I'm like, Deke, I get it. But it's okay. It is okay. I know how you feel about quarterbacks, and I know how you feel about Josh, and that's the reason why it's like, we're always good, man. We're good, bro. We're good. Because
he's a good player. I'll give him that.
You know how long we could never get that about any other player. I'm just like, we're connected somehow.
No,
because we're connected somehow.
No,
we're connected, bro. We're
Absolutely
connected.
Not.
We're connected, man. It's the quarterback thing. It's the quarterback thing. We love quarterbacks. I only like quarterbacks. So that's what it's quarterbacks. How we do it, bro. I'm with you on that. Once you got one, you never let them go, right? Yours wore 7, mine's wore 7 and 17. You know, so
I'll be interested
7
to
plus
see
1.
how. Yeah. I'll be interested to
Yeah.
see how things play out at the end of Josh Allen's career. I'll be interested to see.
They take you out. No, we not. No. We ain't doing that.
You see?
Definitely not doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, chill it all that. It doesn't even sound right. Yeah. I'm with you. Say it.
I'll be interested.
Hold on, I got a couple of supers that we gotta get real quick that kind of were flushed in here. Steeler Nation on fire. He says, last month was 15 years since Michael Jackson's death. Man, it's been that long. That's crazy too, bro. King of pop, what they call him though. Shout out to Mr. Michael Jackson though. And then Let's Go You Dub also says, I don't know if you guys say the rankings for the top 10s for the college football game, but, he said, I don't know if you guys saw the rankings for the top 10 college football game, but they are such BS. Prime had to have paid them to be in the top 10. Now, is he talking about Colorado?
I think they are one of the best overall ratings. Yeah, I think they're up there. Were they top 10? They were up there.
Let's Go UW was making something like their top 10.
I might have saw a top 25 list. But I saw Colorado on there one way or another. They were in like the high 80s, I think.
How we get there?
Pitt's not in the 90s. I just got confirmation. If the list that I saw, the
so what is
graphic
Pitt
that
then?
I saw was accurate, we weren't in the top 25. I know that.
Hey, bruh. That's kind of crazy.
But yeah, Colorado was in the mix. They were high 80s.
That is kind of crazy. All right. We'll see. Maybe they know something we know.
Yeah, Travis Hunter must be rated pretty highly. And
Shador got to be just insane up there. And I'm assuming Shiloh has to be insanely rated also.
Yeah, I don't know any of their other players.
They got the receiver with the dreads.
I know their O-line sucked last year, but
right.
They turned over a whole new offensive line this offseason.
Yeah. I don't know about that one. We're going to see, though. They started out hot last year. Remember, they got ranked last year.
They did, yeah.
They did get ranked last year,
like
man.
3-1.
Yeah.
They had some good games early on.
Yeah.
Not a good finish to the season.
They had moments, though. But, we'll see, though. We'll definitely see on that one. And then we also had AJ Martinez. He says, shout out, much love and respect to all in the chat. A bit busy, working pops out. The Ripper is JT, my stepfather. He passed last year. His B-Day was Thursday. Thank you for the clarification on that, AJ, and definitely sorry to hear that, man, about your stepfather passing away, man. So definitely big time RIP to the Ripper. JT on that. And shout out to you always, man, for rocking with your pops, man. I always love that, man. He always, doing something with his pops, always talking about helping his pops out, man. So for big respect on that, man. Nothing like that right there, man.
Fish Momentum says, hey, what's good? Mr. Jack Myers Jr., TLK 30th.
What's the word? And always big time shout out to Mr. Jack Myers Jr. You know what time it is, baby. Yes, indeed. Well, shout out to you, Official Momentum in the house.
He also says, new Ambition music and album coming soon. Hashtag the kid.
Let's go.
Anything else I'm missing?
No, because Still Nation on Fire, I think, came back and put the comment in again about last month was 15 years since Michael Jackson's death. So, yeah, he had it twice up there, so we're solid there. And I think we are caught up on everything, super chat-wise. So now we'll get into this first topic. So, with that being the case, y'all hit that like button one time for the culture and subscribe if you are new to the channel. Hopefully, y'all enjoying the way that we rocking out on this lovely 11 a.m. start time. Shout out to the homie Deke right here, man. But we did want to do a quick update or give an update on the Brandon Aiyuk situation. I forgot who brought him up earlier in the chat in terms of the trade scenario, asking would we be interested in trading James Daniels for Brandon Aiyuk and things like that. Brandon Aiyuk did recently go on RC's podcast, The Pivot. Shout out to The Pivot. Shout out to RC. Everything they doing over there, man. Love that. But he's basically talking about, the trade situation and what is currently going on. He was kind of giving some context on what we've kind of seen from afar, right? The social media stuff, the comments about them not wanting them back, and things along that line. So with that, let me pull up the direct quotes real quick, just so that way I'm not doing a disservice. All right. There we go. All right. So basically, man, when they were asking him, where does he think he's going to be playing at? Basically was like, if he had to take a guess, it would probably be a Niners uniform. These are his direct quotes. He said, probably a Niners uniform, but if not a Niners uniform, probably a Washington Commanders uniform. If not a Washington Commanders uniform, then probably a Steelers uniform. So, at least top 3 right there. Depending on how you look at that.
We're in the mix.
We're in the mix.
No matter what way you put it.
Yeah, we're definitely in the mix. He says, I'm either staying, right? Niners uniform, that's where he's currently at. Or he's going to Washington with the Commanders, who we'll talk a little bit more about that connection as well. And then obviously Pittsburgh, right? Who he's been kind of rumored to a lot this offseason. Then he was asked about the scenario where he had put the video up, right? Where it was him talking to Jaden Daniels, right? And he's like, yo, they don't want me back. And everybody kind of was like, yo, what was that about? Did you get direct confirmation from the Niners that they're not trying to re-sign you? And what he said was, and this is quotes, they told me that they didn't think that we were on the same page and that they didn't believe we were going to be. And that it was about it at that time. But it's part of it. It's part of that contract negotiations, trying to sway stuff in either direction. So whether that's 100% true or not, I guess that's still to find out. So the way it sounds is, if the $30 million rumors was true, he's coming to the table saying he want 30. They saying, bro, you're out of your mind. We not on the same page with this. And I could definitely see them saying that I don't think we would be on the same page if that was the number, because I think me and you are kind of on the same page with that too. It's like, 30, we don't know. No, not for 30. So I could definitely understand that. But that was kind of that was why he said what he said. So basically it was, that was the paraphrase of it, but they're not on the same page and they don't think they're going to get on the same page. And that's all it's going to be for right now. And yeah.
Sounds a lot nicer than just, hey, they don't want me back.
It did, right?
And you posting that out on the internet like as a little vlog. Like,
I'm like, you told us this. This doesn't sound like this.
Not exactly, but in a way, it's just the fact that you posted it. It's
the way that you
saying
like
they don't want me back
different.
to your boy, and Jane Daniel was like, yeah, that's fine. Like you guys are talking behind the scenes. Like that's how you're feeling. But then to take that conversation and post it out there for everyone to see. Like I think that goes back to what we were talking about like a week or so ago about that's just not the best way to handle it.
A little misleading, bro. It's a little messy. Because it's like, bro,
you shouldn't be putting those personal conversations out there like that.
Nah. And
especially when it makes your employer, the 49ers, look bad, and you're
right.
currently in these contract negotiations.
And especially if that's not what the Niners said too. Because if they're also, bro, if you
obviously 30, there was more nuance to
what
was going on.
Because if it's a difference of you asking for 20 and them saying no to 20.
That was like us with Juju. He was like willing to come back on a cheap deal, and we just said, nah, we're good.
Right. That's very different. I feel like if the rumors are true about his ask, it's like, yo, that's a big number for the production and type of player that he is currently. All right. But then there was a little bit more. He says, I feel like right now I'm in the right place, in the right spot, with the right quarterback right now, but we're not on the right terms. Talking about the San Francisco 49ers, obviously he feels, really good about the team, where they're at, the quarterback, Brock Purdy. So I could definitely understand that. I mean, since he's been there, he's played in, 2 Super Bowls and 1 NFC Championship game?
I don't think he was there for the first one.
Okay.
I think they drafted him after that. Yeah.
So 1 Super Bowl, 2 NFC Championship games, then at least is what he's played in. So he's had a ton of success in San Francisco. Obviously, they have Brock Purdy, young quarterback that has already shown that he could play in this league and play at a high level. So I could definitely understand his comfort and feeling good about that. We know Kyle Shanahan, we think in terms of offensive schemes, is one of the best that's doing it in the league. So all of that could very well be the case. That is true. But in terms of not being on the right terms, we know that's the almighty dollar. All right. But he also says, let's see. Oh, what he says, but after a month of not talking much at all in terms of him with the 49ers, he referenced that he did have he was having a scheduled meeting with the 49ers on Monday, so I guess that would be today. And he says that we'll see how it goes because this article came out on the 29th. So that would have been Saturday if I remember correctly. All right. So like I said, they should be having that meeting today, and hopefully we'll be getting a little bit.
Well, it might. You know what? It might have been last week. Because Clark went on ESPN.
The interview, the podcast. You're right. Good call on that.
They dropped the podcast later.
Good call. Yeah, and then this article just came out on the 29th. So good call on that. So hopefully we'll be getting some type of information or some type of update on this Brandon Aiyuk situation.
I think what came out of the meeting was like he's open to be traded. From what I remember, those were some of the Twitter headlines that I was reading last week. Let me double check. Aiyuk meeting with 49ers. I think it was more just like basically what you just said right there, that they're still not on the same page.
Because that's what it's seeming. It's seeming like the Niners do view him as an asset. He brings a lot to the table.
I'm seeing good meeting. This was 4 days ago. Aiyuk had good meeting. Moving ahead towards extension.
Okay.
I just don't buy it.
I don't either, personally.
I don't buy it. I really don't.
How do you go from all of this offseason, the way this convo, the interview, and everything, and now we're in the right direction now?
This is getting leaked from the 49ers side of it because that's all they've been doing this whole time. Of like, we want Aiyuk. Like in terms of putting it out there in public.
It's all been positive. It's all positive.
We've offered him, $26 million per year type of extension. We're not trying to trade Aiyuk. Everything's good with us and Aiyuk. Like us drafting Purcell doesn't have anything to do with us getting rid of Aiyuk. Like that's been their consistent messaging from the 49ers and John Lynch. Whereas Aiyuk, everything he's been saying is like, no, don't buy that BS.
Yeah,
like,
they don't want me.
Same page.
They don't like me. Yeah. Because I'm thinking to myself, I remember the 26 mil because we said, would he take the 26 here? We had that convo with TG and saying, does the 26 feel different with a different team offering it compared to your current employer? And I was trying to make the case of, in a way, if you're feeling like you're, underappreciated or not valued, maybe you would take the same amount of money elsewhere to just prove what you're capable of and go that route. But I think TG at the time was like, nah, I mean, you taking it. You'd much rather just stay where he's at versus coming over here. So I'm like, everybody kind of has their own viewpoint on that. But I don't see how that drastically changes from Aiyuk's perspective unless one or two things happen. The Niners are either upping their offer or Aiyuk is coming down off that number and just saying, bro, that 30 is not realistic. And maybe my number is 25. I think that's the only way I could see this being a productive conversation or a good convo, because what would have changed from the Niners narrative, in terms of how they're communicating with him? They're going to say the same things. Aiyuk, we love you. We know you can run routes. We know you can block. We know that you can catch. We know that you do all the little things. You've been here. You're homegrown. You fit our scheme perfectly. We don't want to take a weapon from Brock Purdy and make him have to depend on a rookie to come here and try to replace you. But at the same time, we paying Trent Williams, we're paying George Kittle, we're paying Kyle Juszczyk, we're paying Deebo Samuel, we're paying Javon Hargrave, we're paying Fred Warner, we're about to pay to Hufanga. You know what I mean? It's like we're paying Shavarius Ward already.
You say Bosa?
Oh, we're also paying Nick Bosa as well, man. And yeah, we're still gonna pay you. We're not saying we're not going to pay you. We're going to pay you. We just can't give you 30.
I would be interested to find out how much of that 26, whatever the terms of that deal is, how much of that might be like monopoly money, though.
This is very accurate.
Le'Veon Bell-esque. It might only be guaranteed for like a year and a half, 2 years.
That is facts. And if that's the case, then I 100% understand where he's coming from, support that stance on it, because if it's not fully guaranteed, man, it is not guaranteed. And this game is too unpredictable, too violent, to go out there when you're in that class of player, to go out there and not have that type of guarantee, that type of insurance for you, because you can't get those years back. Once you get hurt, once the scheme doesn't fit, once whatever goes wrong, you've seen it. It's not like the NBA where Chris Paul is still getting an $11 million contract at this stage and we're like, bro, you're going to play 20 games tops, right? Dudes in the NFL, you got that run, and after that run, think about elbow. He went from a $14-15 million salary to now you're on vet min. There is no in between. There is no, let's slowly walk them numbers down. So for dudes, when you get opportunity to hit it, nobody's guaranteed to have that third and fourth contract and it plays out perfectly and it ages out. It's like sometimes, man, football happens. We call it just football. And it's like, bro, you got to do what you got to do to make sure that you're financially secure. You're in a place at least that you feel confident going out there. And for Aiyuk, he has earned the right to be in that type of position. He's not some rookie. He's not some dude that hasn't produced in this league. This isn't a combo that goes for every player. But for certain players, yeah, man, they have earned that right to make sure that they have that type of financial security, that type of stability when they're going out there and taking that chance, taking a chance on the field. So I do think for him, he does have a legitimate argument if that is the case. But if you're the Niners, there is no way I'm about to go crazy and paying you when I know I got to pay Brock Purdy in a year.
Yeah, and just
I
the
can't
fact
go crazy on you. I got to pay
Kyle
Purdy.
Shanahan is your coach. You just drafted Purcell in the first round. You just signed your third receiver, Jennings, to a little contract. And as you've said too, you sign all these other players. You have massive contracts on this team. Like, if there is one player you probably feel confident you can replace, and it is a receiver. And it just so happens Aiyuk is that guy right now who's up for a big deal.
Yeah.
I think he's getting traded still. That was my hunch a couple weeks ago with the way he was talking. Because you're right, nothing's changed from then till now, really, outside of just a headline saying, "Oh, it was a good meeting." But all the factors are still at play.
Yeah, I'm like, nothing has changed. Unless Aiyuk has come off that number or the Niners have bumped the number up, nothing is going to change. And for the Niners, what would be the incentive to bump the number up right now? Nothing. And if you're Aiyuk, the only incentive to drop the number right now is you just want to get a deal done and get over with it. But outside of that, it's June 1st or it's July 1st. It's like, dang, why you going to tell me off your number anyways? The pressure wouldn't be felt for the Niners until you get into training camp and you don't show up. That's when they start to feel that pressure. And then for the Niners, they're going to be like, all right, let me see what Ricky Pearsall looks like. What does Brock Purdy look like minus Aiyuk? Yeah. Do we get to an actual preseason game and I got to go out there and play without Aiyuk? And now I can really see just a snapshot of that. And now that changes them. But outside of that, I'm like, they don't have any pressure to up that number just yet.
No. I could see it happening one of two ways. It's either they sign Aiyuk and maybe trade Debo.
Oh.
Or they just trade Aiyuk. Because here's the way I view this from a 49ers standpoint, and the perfect world for them is they probably just want Aiyuk for one more year. That's it, to ease the transition from him to Purcell. Unless they want Aiyuk or prefer him long-term over Debo. But I think they want their top receiver, whoever that is, whoever they want to call him, their wide receiver one, and they want to get Purcell.
So let's talk though.
As the young guy coming up, and they got their third receiver in Jennings.
Debo, I think, is the best athlete gadget.
He's
guy.
the bigger name up to this point. I prefer Aiyuk
is the better receiver.
I do. I think he's going to age better.
I would agree. I think he's a true receiver, whereas I think Debo is just a baller. I think he's just one of them dudes to get the ball in his hands and go. But that style, and TG talked about it too. It's like, yo, you're not this massive guy. It only takes a couple of them. And now your game has changed. Now you're altered. Now you're not the same Debo. Whereas Aiyuk, if you could run routes, you got sweet feet, you could catch that rock, man. We've seen receivers and how they can age out in this league, man, and how when you understand how to run routes, that part is consistently there. It shows. It's like you could be in year 13. Them dudes there know how to get in and out of their breaks. Like, yo, that's why AB even at this stage, I'm like, yo, he could still go out there and do certain things because the details of route running is different than just, oh, he's a great athlete. And that's the part that Aiyuk does bring to the table.
And if they wanted to make Debo available, if they somehow agree to an extension with Aiyuk and we're like, all right, Debo's now the one that's expendable, I think he would fit with what we're doing right now with Arthur Smith. I think he would. Like, either one would fit with us for different reasons, but I'd be fine with grabbing Debo. And I think that would be similar to the Deke Metcalf trade where Debo has 25 per year on the books, but I think it's only for 2 years.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he gets traded, he's going to want to up his contract or try to get an extension at his new home. But yeah, we could afford that for 2 years, $25 million.
Yeah,
for Debo.
It would be funny, like either one of those guys. I'm with you. They do fit our offense, but they
because
both
Debo's contract's
it
done in
differently,
2026, so it'd just be like DK Metcalf. Or actually, it's less. It's
because DK got the extra year.
23.8 per year for Debo.
Oh, interesting. All right.
I don't know what the cap hit is though. Cap hit might be more. Maybe Niners would have to take on a certain percentage of that. I double check. Give me a sec.
No.
Yeah, 2024 cap hit is 28, and then his next year cap hit's 24. So
it's doable.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the production is there with that one too. So, as we sit here today, how do you think that plays out?
I think it's one of those two ways.
One of those two. See, either Aiyuk's gone or Debo's gone, but we don't see them both on the same team this year.
There's going to be too many cooks in the kitchen.
Okay.
For a receiver.
Okay.
I really do. Someone's going to be unhappy.
I'm with you. I'm low key like the Debo stuff has popped up.
I think Debo.
But I just don't want to believe it because I'm like, nah, man, this Debo. Debo's got to be out there. But if the scenario is, we're gonna go and do the Aiyuk thing, then does that make Debo expendable?
Yeah, I think in a perfect world, the Niners would want Aiyuk for just this 1 year.
Yeah.
Like, they would probably be loving it if he wasn't tripping right now. Because then you could just see how the receiver room plays out. You could see what Debo does. He's got 2 years left. Aiyuk for the rest of this year, you got the rookie in Purcell.
Yeah.
You signed Jennings for this little 2-year deal. You could just see how the receiver room plays out. But I get why Aiyuk wants some security. He wants a big contract. Like, he deserved it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You look at some of these names that are getting these contracts, and like Nico Collins, Devonta Smith. Like, he's right there with a bunch of these dudes. But their contracts are around 25 mil, 26 mil. Aiyuk's talking about that 30 mil. St. Brown just got that. Jefferson got the 35. I wouldn't say he's necessarily on their level right now. I wouldn't. I know you're supposed to have confidence in everything, and Aiyuk probably views himself like that. But, no, bro, you're like 25, 26. It's actually very fair. It's very fair.
I think for him, it's fair. But that's easier for us to say versus for him. He's probably having his own factors of, man, I've had to do this, all these things, and I've still found a way to make my numbers this. Just imagine if I got an opportunity where I'm the guy. Or just imagine if I got an opportunity where you actually fed me, force-fed me. Like, I'm sure he could look at Stephon Diggs and he's like, yo, Diggs, you got fed a ton. What if I got fed a ton like that? Could I also go from, because remember, Diggs wasn't viewed like how Diggs was viewed in Buffalo or even in Houston now when he was in Minnesota. But he also didn't get the volume either. He was sharing it with Thielen. So I'm sure to some degree, Aiyuk might be in his mind like, man, if I don't have to share targets with Kittle, Debo, McCaffrey, Juszczyk, man, I could probably be way nicer too. And then you would pay me 30. You would see I'm worth that 30.
Yeah, whether that's true or not, that's a different story. But I agree that he could be thinking that way, or being a pro, being that confident, you probably should be thinking that way. Yeah. But like, you could also make the other argument: all these other guys are taking attention away from you and opening things up. Whereas, like, if you are the number one getting double teamed every time, I don't know if these numbers are looking the same. I don't know if you're looking the same out there. The production's the same.
Yeah, respect.
I think he's good. So, I mean, it's somewhere in the middle of all that, right?
Yeah.
What the truth is.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think he's worth at least like 25, 26. Yeah. Definitely. But I don't know how great I'm feeling. If he wants that 30, he's hard set on that 30 plus. And the team that is trading for him, like, if you're giving him that number, he's bona fide number one. Right.
You got to force
I don't know how confident I am in him being that guy. I think it'd be great for him to come here to Pittsburgh when we already got a Pickens, and like, they could be the little 1-2 punch, the 1A, 1B type of stuff. But like, if you're the Commanders, now they'd probably also have McLaurin. So it would be a similar scenario to Pittsburgh where you'd have two pretty dynamic receivers.
And Terry is definitely proven he's in that convo.
Did you see the other part of this story where Aiyuk was wearing a pirate hat?
I missed the pirate hat.
Nah. A pirate hat.
I missed
TMZ
the
or
subtle
someone,
detail.
some reporter on the street went up to him and was asking about it. Yeah. So do you want to hear the answer?
Yeah, I would do. Heck yeah.
you got to let me know after I tell you what he said, whether you think it's BS or not.
All right, I'm going to listen to it.
He said that the Pirates reached out to him and wanted to send him some merch.
Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Absolutely not. Leave me
Why
alone.
the hell are the
Leave me
Pittsburgh
alone.
Pirates?
So the
reaching
Pirates
out?
are recruiting him now. Hey, look, man. If we send him merch, that'll get him to come. He'll definitely want to get traded to us. Now, stop it, bro. Stop it. Pirates, stop it.
I can't remember if he specifically said it was the
bro.
Pirates social media
Stop
team
it.
either. I don't remember, but yeah, he said the Pirates reached out and wanted to send him merch.
Has he ever said anything about the Pirates?
No, why? Yeah,
It's like
why
so
would the
random.
Pirates
Like,
be
what
sending
the-
him stuff?
Pirates, really? I don't buy that one.
I don't either. I thought it was hilarious,
I don't
though.
buy it.
It was an incredible response.
But low key, he could be throwing it out there for them to send him some merch, though. That could be the little oop, like, hey, man. Because I've seen it with Cam. I forgot what was the team. Oh, my goodness. It was a team. And Cam Hayward, man, would like randomly start talking about him. It's like, yeah, I'm a fan of them. Y'all like them. I'm da-da-da-da-da. And then it was like one of the players sent the jersey. Then he's like, yeah, da-da-da-da-da-da. And then it was like the box of merch came. You like, hold on, bro. That really, you just talked this into happening. I wish I remember what team it was. It was a basketball team. But he would just randomly talk like, yeah, man, I'm a fan of them, man. I like da-da-da-da. And he started popping them over. And I was like, yeah. So maybe that's what Aiyuk is doing. He's speaking it into fruition. He's like, you know what? I'm going to just keep throwing it out there. And the Pirates going to send me some merch. Man.
I don't think he ever said anything about the Pirates, though.
Yeah, this is very kind of crazy. Yeah.
Barbasciato says he thinks that the Pirates thought he was Tomlin and just
Oh, God.
got the addresses mixed up or something.
It's like, yeah, that got to be Coach. Send him that Pirates. Coach T need this one for the meetings, man.
Yeah, I don't buy it.
Yeah.
I think he bought a Pirates hat at Lids or something and was like, you know what, let me send a little subtle message
it's
out
subtle. Yeah. Because he's been doing too much Pittsburgh talk, too much Pittsburgh he keying and stuff for that to just be happening randomly. Like, I don't think that just flukely happens. I think that's like a legit, like, yeah, bro, you know the message you're sending. The same way if he puts on any Commanders gear, we all know the message he's sending. If you put on a Nationals hat, Washington Mystics hat, anything DC related, we're going to be like, hey, bro, all right, now you playing. So
do you have any new conclusions, new epiphanies with this added information?
I feel like we're still in the same place with it, but I'm hoping that it still works out in our favor, but I still feel like I'm right in the same spot that I was in before the interview. I just feel like it's less. I felt like it was spicier when the video dropped before we knew the actual context of the conversation. When he said they don't want me back, that felt way different than now knowing they're just saying that we're not on the same page, and we know that's because of what you're asking.
Yeah.
So that's the reason why I'm just kind of like, all right, bro, we still stuck here. It ain't moving away from me just yet. What about you?
Yeah, I don't like that we're the third team he mentioned.
Ooh, but Jaden Daniels is man's.
I know, but this goes back to what I was saying last week, where I'm like, if I'm Omar calling the Steelers, just seeing how Aiyuk's handled all this, and now that the Commander's in the mix, and obviously he's got that connection to Daniels, and he's been flirting with them a little bit, it's like, I'm not going out of my way. I don't want to do this bidding war or anything. If the number can come down where it's proper for us, then absolutely. But I don't want to get in this bidding war. I don't want to be shelling out way more than what I'm comfortable with, though.
From Omar's perspective, I would agree. I don't hate it. I just wonder for Aiyuk, outside of Jaden Daniels, has the Commanders shown any type of interest or love? Because I'm like, at least we know.
Well, now
Pittsburgh-
Aiyuk said it out of his mouth, though. That
True.
Commanders would be the second team. If he's not with the Niners, he'd be with the
but I'm
Commanders.
saying, like,
but yes, from the
they
Commanders
haven't-
standpoint, I haven't heard anything.
Right, because I'm like, we've been rumored and we've heard rumors of, the Steelers, Omar, all right, they're trying to see, could this get done? Rumors
I think
about receivers.
Jaguars were even thrown in the mix early on,
Right.
really early on. That was around draft time.
Yeah.
But Commanders have just been more of recent, and maybe that's just because of the Jaden Daniels connection.
Yeah.
We've actually heard reports that
we
Omar
were trying
Khan
to
was talking
right.
with the Niners. I don't know if that's true with the Commanders.
Yeah, so that's the only thing. I'm just like, hey man, he's trying to drum up some interest maybe, and that's fine, but be careful because
you're still on the Niners. Yeah, even mentioning 2 other teams.
You see what I'm saying? Like,
insane.
be careful, bro. Be careful, man. Like, you're wilding a little bit, man. I guess that's today's we contract negotiate, huh?
Yeah.
Throw out red as day, man. It's like, yo, I'm with you, but I'm talking about them too, all right, and them. I'm like, ooh, spicy.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe someone in the chat could let us know if the Commanders were like seriously in the mix for Aiyuk before he said something on the Pivot podcast. But yeah, I think the only thing was the Jaden Daniels connection as to why people brought up rumors about it. At least from my perspective.
Now, I like how Black and Yellow Texas still feels about the situation, and we always live, baby. But he says, if Brandon Aiyuk chooses the Commanders over the Steelers, he deserves to go to Washington. That's what he said. He deserves to go there.
Yeah.
And I'm with you. If you choose the Washington Commanders over the Pittsburgh Steelers, man, enjoy it. Wish you nothing but the best, man. Yeah.
Which is what he might do.
Yeah. I mean, we've seen the other cat do that. Was it Jeremy Chin? He chose him over us. So it's like, yo, if you think that is the best situation for you, man, we wish you well.
Now, Cody Kuhn says it's not his choice. It's the 49ers' choice where he gets traded. But we know that's not as much reality now as it was back maybe 20 years ago. I think teams will talk to the player like, yeah, where do you want to go?
Yeah.
Of
because
these 2
of
options.
now,
as long as the deals are close.
Correct. Yeah. So that's definitely shifted, man. So I do feel like if he wants the deal to be a Pittsburgh deal or a Washington deal, excuse me, he'll have that ability with the Niners.
Yeah, because the team doesn't want to be trading for a player if they don't want to be there or sign a long-term deal.
Absolutely not, because you're wasting my time and I'm wasting your time and everybody's time. And you're just going to make my chemistry in my locker room jacked up too.
Yeah, if some other team offered like a second-round pick to the Bears for Justin Fields, he's not a Steeler.
In that context,
that's what I mean. As long as the deals are similar.
Right, they got to be comparable.
Because that's like malpractice as a GM.
Yeah, but we've seen some of those scenarios before where that has been the case. It was like, yo, a team offers something that is just insane, and it's like, yo, you have to take this. Or we've seen it where the team's like, bro, I ain't doing that. Because shoot, wasn't that the whole ABM Bill situation?
Yeah.
Yeah. That deal was like, all right, it's about to be done, but AB wasn't trying to go there. It's like, yo, you can force this. But then they didn't, and we saw it worked out. But then the flip side was...
the Bills don't want that. Then they don't want a dude that's going to be pissed off and unhappy.
But then the flip side was LaShawn McCoy. When they traded for him, initially, he didn't want to go up there. But for the deal that they were sending to Philly, it was like, yo, we're going to take that. And then from there, he ended up coming up there, turned around, actually enjoyed himself, and had some success. So, yeah.
What'd they give up? Was it?
It was Kiko like Alonso and a draft pick, yeah.
Okay.
And Kiko at the time was coming off the rookie year where he was, Pro Bowl and all that stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Philly was McCoy's team, too. Like, that was his hometown team growing up.
He ain't want to leave that.
Nah. All right. Anything else with Aiyuk?
Nah, man. But shout out to Aiyuk.
Yeah, you're right. We're in the same spot. We just got, I guess, new information. Just
information that we thought we wanted to hear that I wasn't really the biggest fan of since, it wasn't as spicy as he made it sound when he first dropped it. He misled us. He let us
The
on.
Pirates had things hilarious, though.
Shit. They sent me some merch. Shout out. Yo, so if y'all was enjoying that combo, man, don't forget to hit that like button one time for the culture and subscribe.
Yeah, I still think he gets traded, though. I don't think it's coincidence he named 2 outside teams when Ryan Clark asked him, where could you see yourself playing next year?
He was real specific, too. He didn't have to think on it. It was like, yep, that one or that one. And he has reasons for both, and we can see the connections to both. Yep.
And then RC is...
Go ahead, say it.
Hyping up the Steelers to Aiyuk on the podcast, too. He's like, you'd be a perfect fit here. It'd be awesome. And Aiyuk smiling and
cheesing.
Ryan Clark saying he's praying for an Aiyuk trade to the Steelers. So who knows, man? Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as the price is right, I'm for it. As long as the price is right.
Would you overpay for, a mil or two? If we had to do it at 28, would you do that?
Yeah, I mean, in the moment, I'll be happy if we get Aiyuk. Just flat out. I'll talk myself into it no matter what.
Sure.
even if it's a second round pick and we pay him $30 million. I'll be like, you know what? It's not that bad.
Second
In the
and
moment,
30.
because when a trade like that happens,
I mean, we're gonna be
you're in the
hype,
moment. You're emotional. Yeah, you're just hype. Oh, we got Brandon Aiyuk.
Yeah.
Forget about the future. Forget about it. We're winning a Super Bowl now.
Yeah, this is true.
I'll talk myself into it, but like right now, before the trade, like this is what I want, and what I want is potentially a third round pick at this point. But I can understand second.
And
Second would still be fine.
And under 30.
Yeah, and 25, 26.
Yeah,
that works for me.
Because I'm like, if we had to overpay, I'm willing to go 28. Just can we keep it under 30? Just keep it under 30. 30 it just seems different. Just like, wow.
Maybe 28 and a third round pick.
We could talk. I could talk on that.
How about that?
We could talk ourselves into that. I can see that.
Okay, we got some more supers that rolled in.
I think we are on President Nitty.
He says, shout out to AJ.
Mm-hmm.
Official momentum. Moats and Deke in the chat. Be right back for the replay.
Shout out. Shout out. Hey, yo, a heck of a job by you picking up on that abbreviation for official momentum. I was over here looking like, yo, who is O Fish? I was like, I was so lost. Yeah, I like
that's
that,
who
bro.
he's talking about.
It has to be. Because it makes
Could be
sense
someone
when you
else.
say it like that, though. It's like, O Fish, like official momentum. Yeah.
AJ Martinez says, shout out to the Force, NHRA, Funny Car God, Mr. John Force. Get well soon.
Ooh, okay. Well, yeah, definitely get well soon. You know, funny cars be dope. You familiar with those, right?
No.
Like on the drag strip, like the drag racers, they like the long
Okay.
noses on them and stuff. Yeah, but yeah, they just got like fire stuff popping out the back of them. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Black and Yellow Texas Steel says, every great team has a nut. The Bulls had Rodman, Patriots had Gronk, we had Debo. Who is our Sikkim? I guess he's talking about for this current team. Probably Pickens.
GP. I was saying GP.
Yeah, that's the answer. Pickens.
GP a whole savage out there. He a goon. He with it. Like for a fact, he's with
Looks
it.
like Patrick Queen's heading that direction for our defense.
Oh, absolutely. He cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I love him. I'm telling you, I'm just all the energy that he brings. I'm just like, yo, I love that. Like, it's perfect. It's perfect energy, man. But shoot, also, man, E-Rob, man, don't sleep on E-Rob. He's just more buttoned up with it. He's not as vocally crazy.
Yeah, he's quiet.
He's a quiet crazy, but don't sleep on E-Rob. E-Rob, another one of the ones where he's just like, yeah, you got them black Air Force energy. I can see that. I see how you pull up.
But sometimes you need one of those dudes like Joey Porter back in the day
Facts.
that will vocalize some stuff that'll get the whole team hyped.
Yeah, Queen gonna put it on everybody. He gonna put the pressure on the squad.
It looks like that.
Yeah.
I don't see his chirping going away when the season starts.
And that's if you play with anybody that chirps, you can't let your guy hang. So once he's talking,
Queen's got to back it up. Yeah.
once he's talking, he got to back it up. But the rest of the gang, you know what time it is. Like, all right, y'all know what they on, so let's get after him, man. So, but yeah, GP, I could definitely see GP on that. Yeah, it was funny. We both instantly said him to the start. He was like, yeah, big as GP. Yup.
Fish Momentum says Steelers season needs to start now.
We almost there. Don't rush us all the way just yet. Official. We got a couple more sleeps. All right, we got a couple more sleeps.
3 weeks till training camp.
3 weeks. I got a vacay in there. All right, I got to get to this vacay. I've been telling myself I was gonna unplug. I haven't unplugged yet. Just get there, reset, and now we can start it up. All right, just don't rush that part just yet. You know, got it every once in a while.
Yeah,
just need a week.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Fish Momentum says you check your inbox moats. # the Lion King the 30th.
I have not recently checked it, but I will now though. Shout out to you on that. And it is coming out. Yeah. The new version of it. Absolutely. So salute you on that. I would definitely make sure I go tap in on that, man. So yes, but salute you always.
He also says celebrity softball game.
Killer Cam.
Question mark. # Big Deke News. # here we go.
Killer Cam.
When is that?
That is next week. I want to say in the teens. I'm not. I'm on vacation, unfortunately. I'm super mad because I actually wanted to be out there. I'm out. I'm gonna be gone. I'm gonna be on vacay. My toes gonna be in the sand. I'm gonna be drinking drinks with the color.
Is it next weekend?
I don't know. It's next week. I don't know. It's got to be like because it's usually like Thursday, Friday, or Saturday, right? So it's got to be some point in time then. But I know I'm gone during that time.
Let's see. July 13th.
13th. That's next Tuesday. Is that Tuesday?
It's Saturday. So
I'm tripping. That's the 13th.
because today's the first.
Yeah.
It's a Monday, so it's got to
Yeah,
be
it's
next weekend.
Yeah, it's got to be Saturday.
Because this Saturday is the 6th.
Yeah.
So next weekend. You'll be on vacation still.
Yeah.
Damn. If I go, I got to just roll solo then.
And that sucks. Because we did it the first time. We did one together.
I don't even know if I got the invite. I might just pull up.
You probably ain't going to know you out there anyways. Literally, everybody that's going to be there is going to know who Deke is, bro. Any of the Steelers that pull up are going to know who Deke is. Cam himself knows who Deke is. Like, let's be real.
Yeah.
Every time I see Cam, we talk about, where's Deke? You guys boy Deke with you? Like,
Really?
bro, like, we're kind of like synonymous. It's like, yo, is that Moats? Where's Deke? A lot of
Okay,
people say, yo, where's Deke? Every time, yo, where's Deke? Like, yo, like, the homie, I can hit him real quick, but I don't know. He might be on a golf course. You know what I mean? Yeah. But a lot of people say, yo, where's Deke? It's like, it's Moats and Deke. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, bad boys. You know, Martin, Wills. Yeah, they just got to go hand in hand.
Man, I'm feeling like $1 million bucks today.
Yeah, it's just kind of like that, bro.
Feeling good.
Yeah, he's like, yo,
All of a
where's
sudden,
Deke?
I'm not as tired anymore.
Oh, man. It's 11 a.m. start. I don't know what it is. It's 11 a.m. start, all right? It's 11 a.m.
We're trying to go golfing
Yeah,
later.
it's 11 a.m., man. But a
Shots
lot
on
of
the first hole.
just stop. See, I'm trying. I need to warm up. I told you, I have a 3-hole warm up. 3-hole, just yeah. So we're all good. All good. Sheesh. But anywho, let's get after it, man. Let's get after it. All
We
right.
got official momentum with one last comment.
Oh,
that
we
rolled
did-
in, and
oh,
it says
shout
another
out.
live show with TG. Question mark.
Ooh. We're gonna get this live show because I know official has been talking about this in Southern Tier.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen. So we
Yeah,
got a lot
it's
of
a
movie
good
stuff
time.
going on right now. We got new spot getting taken care of. We're gonna do the big movies. So it's coming though. I promise it's coming. It's in the future.
All right, that's it for the
I like
Supers
it.
right now.
I like it. And then El Moran.
12:30.
Oh, we perfect.
12:37.
We perfect. We got this final topic we're gonna get to. I just wanted to address El Moranic's comment that he says Deke and Moats should start a fantasy league for upper room members. I was like, interesting. Now, Deke has been off the fantasy football wagon. He's like, yo, I jumped off of it. He hasn't jumped back on that wagon. You've been good too. I've actually been the one that's been pulled into the fantasy football world, and every time I try to avoid it, it keeps bringing me back. All right, so I do kind of like it. I'm digging it a little bit, and that actually has been something that I flirted with in terms of show concepts. Like when the season starts, like, yo, do we add like fantasy football segment? Like, oh, let's specifically talk this part or not? Like, I don't know, because it's something that's a thing. But yeah, so shout out to you, El Morani. Just I like how you're thinking a little bit. I just like it. We're gonna put that in the think tank, the comment box. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we're gonna take it to talk to the board with it and see how the congregation feels about it. All right, but I like your mindset.
I probably haven't played fantasy football in 4 or 5 years.
Said Deke, you stopped when I started, and the way you talked about it was like that dope in your system. He was like, "Yo, you don't understand, bro. Like, he's like, you don't understand, bro. Like what it does to me." It's like, "Yo, what?" It's like, "Nah, bro. Like, it's not fun. It's not fun no more, man." It's like I'm done. I'm like, "Yo, Deke, it's like that," but I get it.
It's not worth the whatever
bro.
it is, the $500 prize
Yeah.
money, the $1,000 prize money at the end of it. It's not worth the amount of time.
But you be so locked in because once you're doing it, I get it, bro.
You gotta be up on the waivers. You gotta be up
Oh
on
my
free
God,
agent
you do.
stuff, trades.
You
like
do. Otherwise, you don't stand a chance.
You're putting in hours.
Yeah. Even when you don't want to, it's like, yo, you have to be up on it, and it's not just your team, and that's the other part. It's like, oh, if it's just the Steelers because you only got Steelers fans with it, but it's like, nah, you got to see what that team has. Okay, what is this guy? Okay, who are they playing against? Yeah, did he get hurt? Who's the quarterback this week? Where's D? It's just
How many targets they getting?
Yeah, this is real. That is real, bro. That's real.
I'd love to know, like, say you win, whatever your prize money is. I'd love to know what the per hour rate is for the time you put in.
Was it worth it?
For like 10 cents. You do. You got to grind.
Yeah. And shoot, some of the consequences for if you're the worst in your group also, you like, dude, was that worth it? Like, man.
So, yeah, I've been good without fantasy football, but maybe I could jump back in. And I don't know if I can. I don't think I can. I was going to say and take it more lightly and just be chill with it.
It's a slippery slope is what they say,
Just do it
bro.
for fun. It's like, nah.
It's a slippery slope, man.
I don't think. Maybe though.
Can you play Madden for fun?
I'll keep an open mind.
Can you play Ultimate Team for fun?
No, you want to win.
That's what I'm saying.
What does that even mean?
Right. I'm like, what do you mean just gonna do it for fun?
No,
like,
I'm gonna get pissed off when
like,
things
what
don't
is
go my
do
way.
it for fun? What is that even? I don't even know how that. I've tried that and I was pissed. I'm like, bro, I'm about to can I just buy somebody's team? All right, I can't lose no more. I'm pissed off. All right, so I'm with you, bro. I'm with you. Trust me. Yeah. I don't know how you just gonna I'm just gonna do it for fun. No, you're not. You can have the whole chart up like everybody else. All right, bro. God dang it. Let me. What time the waivers are? All right, man. Hold on. Hey, homie. What if I send you this player, but I take you out to dinner? Can I get that guy back? You know how it is, man. It's rough out here.
Fish Momentum says, get a free day from me at Planet Fitness Moon Township.
Hey, shout out to Official Momentum, man. Y'all hear my man. You know where he's at, where he's working, man. If y'all in the city, man, pull up on him, man. Moon Township, Planet Fitness, man. That's where Official Momentum is at, man. Show him some love. Show him some love, baby. Thanks for the vibe right there. Absolutely. I like that.
All right, that's it for Supers.
All right. Let's get to this final topic of the day. Talking about the 2024 breakout team. Shout out to Bucky Brooks doing what he does, NFL.com. But, we did this the other day. We were talking about the 2024 potential breakout players from the article, and Bucky was focusing exclusively on the offense. And for us, we didn't have a player named on the list, but we talked about Calvin Austin potentially being one of those guys because we thought that, Muth and GP are kind of past that stage of breakout stars. They're pretty much on the scene. People know them.
I would have put Muth in though.
You would have
over Dalton Kincaid.
It's okay. The rookie has Deke up in a he's in a frenzy now. I mean, it was just 1 year, just one little season, and now Deke is just he's up in arms. He's found a new villain. I'm like, yo, what has Dalton done to anybody? Dalton just came in the league. He was quiet. He just made some plays, and people like him. They think that he has a chance to be something. What would you say? Something.
There were like 2 or 3 Bills on that list. There's too many Bills.
Shakir, it was another young receiver on that list because a door has opened for him. You were productive with Diggs, and now Diggs is gone. You're going to get volume. So, and they referenced his postseason success. They were like, yo, he really made plays down the stretch. And I think there's something about when you watch a guy make plays in a postseason game, when you're a part of winning in the postseason. I mean, we saw Dalton Kincaid touch paint. It's like, man, that when you're doing it in the postseason, it just hits a little differently. And then you're like, oh, you're a part of a win in the postseason because of this touchdown, because of that catch. That's why I think they put them on the list versus some other people.
Scored a touchdown in the postseason, didn't he?
He might have. I just don't know if it was, like that man running up the seam and we like, help.
Well, we got Steelers got Patrick Queen this year.
Oh yeah, it's different now. Heck, I'm with you, bro. It's different now.
Peyton Wilson.
It's different now. Come on, man. Talk that talk. It's different now.
We were hurting the line.
Talk that talk, man.
We
Talk
got
that
Miles
talk.
Jack off
Talk
the
that
couch.
talk. Hey, man. It's just we didn't know Miles Jack looked like he was off the couch until we saw him versus Dalton Kincaid. Then he was off the couch. That's why they're a little excited about him. Because we both were like, oh yeah, Miles come off the couch. It'd be perfect. Don't worry about it, man. You guarding these dudes. And then we saw, he was like, oh, all right. Not so fast. But it works out. We live and we learn. And we got Patrick Queen now. So it's not going to happen again. We got Queen here. So we're good. We're good, man. We're good.
All right, let's get to this defense.
So we should love this one, though, man. All right. I think you're going to love this one today. So for Bucky Brooks, shout out to Bucky, talking about his all defensive guys, the guys they think can break out. And we'll get right to it, man. There were a couple of individuals that wear the black and gold that did get some recognition, all right? First guy starts in the trenches by the name of Keanu Benton. Oh. And then there happens to be this young cornerback that Deke might know. Goes by the name of Joey Porter Jr., but we call him Young JPJ. Those were the 2 specific Pittsburgh Steelers that were mentioned in this article for 2024 potential breakout players league-wide, right? And this is prefaced with guys that did not receive, Pro Bowl or All-Pro accommodations, right? So some of the other guys that were named on the list for potential breakouts by Bucky Brooks from NFL.com, he brought up Calvin Thibodeau, right? Talked about his 11.5 sacks last year, what they think he could do. Jalen Carter. We obviously know Jalen Carter, ultra productive last year, man, high pedigree guy. We already mentioned Keanu Benton. We know what he meant to us in our D-line last year, and the production that he had down the stretch along with in the postseason as well. Then from there, he mentioned Lucas Van Ness, the young pass rusher out of Green Bay going into his second year. Brought up a pair of linebackers that we're familiar with, Trenton Simpson, Baltimore Ratbirds, obviously going into his second year. They reference him getting a big opportunity now that Patrick Queen is gone. They also brought up Devin Lloyd, who was a little bit interesting because Lloyd's been in this league for a couple of years now, but he also has not fully, lived up to the expectations that were surrounding him when he came out. I remember how we talked about him in his draft class and stuff like that, but they bringing up, different scheme should help him out. Then they went to the cornerback room, Christian Gonzalez, guy that we were very high on coming out of Oregon in the draft. Obviously played well at times, got hurt last year. Joshua Williams, they brought him up because they think that with the Chiefs moving on from L'Jarius Sneed, he's going to get those now, opportunities to kind of be in the forefront and make more plays and stuff. And then we already said JPJ, referencing his alpha dog mentality as well, which I do love, and his confidence. But then at safety, man, Andre Sisco, obviously with the Jacksonville Jaguars, and Jair Brown, the other safety, the young safety in San Fran that is not Talona Hafanga, on that one, man. So definitely like that, man. But specifically what he talked about with Keanu Benton, man, I'll read it verbatim. It says the Steelers are known for identifying and developing worker bees on the defensive front. Keanu Benton appears to be the next young defensive tackle poised to give opponents fits. The 6'4", 309-pounder held his own as a part-time starter for a unit specializing and bully ball in the trenches. As an energetic defender with a non-stop motor and active hands, Ben outworks and outlasts blockers to win battles on critical downs, though it is easier to win when playing alongside TJ Watt, Cam Hayward, and Alex Highsmith. Benton's disruptive talents could help the Steelers get back to playing championship caliber football. Now, I like that last sentence right there. Championship caliber football.
Yeah, obviously this is a good name, a good pick for this list. Because Steeler fan, we've been talking about him a lot this offseason, but, I mean, during his rookie season, like, he flashed. He jumped off the screen
early,
whenever
too.
he's out there. Yeah. So it's only right that him and then even that JPJ.
And I'm going to read JPJ's in a second.
Should be considered for second-year not drunks, getting drunk, but jumps.
See, we ain't on the golf course yet, man. Don't do us like that. Hey.
Yeah, to have a breakout season. We've been talking about it. It's just good to see some national media recognizing it.
No, respect on that, man. Yeah, Keanu, man, from what? Third game last year, he was already getting in the backfield, getting sacks, being productive. And then we saw it really, start to take off towards the back end. And then even, like I said, in that Bills game, man, he was really productive in that game also. Whenever you're starting to, not just start a season, but also finish it strong and do it in the postseason where it matters more. We say you make plays in December, you make plays in January, it counts more than that play you made in September. So to see him as a rookie being able to do that, that's a big reason why we feel so confident in him and his ability to potentially replace even a Cam Hayward, because of what he brings to the table, man. So like I said, definitely like that right there, man. Then specifically what he said about Joey Porter Jr. says the second-year pro is a dark horse contender for Pro Bowl honors in 2024 after thriving as the cornerback one in Pittsburgh down the stretch last season. Porter's toughness, tenacity, and tools make him a difficult matchup for pass catchers who lack the speed and physicality to escape his clutches at the line. Though he remains a work in progress on the island, Porter's alpha dog mentality and unshakable confidence could enable him to shine without a polished game.
I take offense to him saying a dark horse contender for Pro Bowl honors. I don't think Joey Porter Jr. should be flying under the radar of anyone for Pro Bowl honors or accolades this year. I think he should be right in the mix of being talked about as, a top 10, potentially top 5 cornerback. I think that's just the natural trajectory he's on after his performance in his rookie season. Like, he was logging down wide receiver ones, man. Like, you see the charts, you see all the graphics. Like, he was playing, like, top-end cornerback ball, like, that second half of last year.
Absolutely.
So, if he just replicates that, he should be getting better going into year 2. Getting bigger, getting stronger. Like, yeah, he's going to be in that mix. I don't think there should be a dark horse adjective connected to that statement.
Nah, I could dig that. I was literally just pulling up to see who were the corners that made it last year. So total
Denzel Ward and like Marlon Humphrey.
So you have Darius Slay, or we'll go AFC. Excuse me on that one. So Jalen Ramsey made it last year. Denzel Ward made it last year. Patrick Surtain II made it last year, and Sauce Gardner made it last year in terms of just cornerbacks. So in terms of Jalen Ramsey, I feel like with Jalen, you dealing with just is Jalen. So I think that he's always going to kind of be in that convo, kind of like the Ray Lewis's or even the Bobby Wagners. You know how it goes.
Even
like,
Pouncey for like his last year.
Yeah, it's like, they're always going to get that type of nod. But Denzel Ward last year, 13 games, did have 2 picks. Not a lot of other. I'd have to look into see a little bit more from him. Surtain, obviously another one of those island lockdown type dudes. He's going to be viewed really highly. And then Sauce Gardner, who we know has a lot of that same type of talk and hype around him.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that JPJ could definitely make a case for it. I just think in order to knock off the Ramsey, Surtain, and Sauce, he's going to need the splash turnovers. I think that
it's
is how
either
he
that
jumps in.
or like have ridiculous numbers when targeted, or like
Right,
hold
yeah.
whatever
Whenever
receiver
they
to
guard
just
this guy,
ridiculous
Yeah.
like stats that you could just pop up and say like, yeah,
Absolutely.
even though he's not getting picks, like this is
He
insane.
doesn't.
Like, remember Nnamdi Asomugha?
I do. Heck yeah.
He never got picks, but like
When he
would
was targeted,
blanket
yeah.
whoever the top receiver was, and they wouldn't get any yards against them. It was
Yeah.
like just so ridiculous.
No, 100%. I think that could definitely help, but it has to be loud because that's a loud stat. That stat, even though it's not a turnover, is just as loud as a turnover. And I think that loud stats can help him jump some of these more established names because it's hard to just take off a Jalen Ramsey for a JPJ. It's hard to take a Pat Surtain II off for a JPJ, and the way that they have viewed Sauce since coming into the league, they're trying to make him be that next.
Because I don't think he had many picks.
He
but like
hasn't, but
he
that's
got the
his
stats
game,
and
though.
the stuff
Yeah.
to consider him like lockdown.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, it's
because
like
they pull
an island
up,
out
he's
there.
watched this number one, this number one, this number one, and they've only caught 3 catches for 60 yards total, and it's like those type of numbers are loud, man.
And that's kind of the vibes that
That's what he
JPJ
gave up at
was
the
giving
end.
off last year.
Yeah.
I mean, you saw the charts, you saw the guys he was up against, and yeah, they weren't really doing anything against JPJ.
Yeah. So we're gonna see, man, if he can replicate it.
Yeah, just do that for
but
a
do it
full
for the whole
season.
year, which is a bigger ask.
Maybe get, like you said though, like the splash plays aren't going to hurt. They would only help. That's what we want from him.
Yeah, I look at it like this: the splash plays will help if he's not all the way there in the sense of just blanket every single person. It's only going to be no catches or 1 catch for 5 yards. If you can't do that on a week in and week out, the splash turnover is the offset. And that's the way when you look at from the NFC, because the NFC, you have more of that going on. NFC wise, you have where's my man from Dallas, Deron Bland. He's not special, but 9 picks. That's loud, bro.
5 pick sixes.
Yeah,
That's absurd.
it's loud. It's no different than when the other Diggs boy did it. When Trevon Diggs did it. It was just like, yo, even though your floor isn't here, your playmaking is up here, so that is going to get you over there. I think it's got to be one of those type of things for him, man. But I think he's capable of it, and that's the other good part.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But he's going to get his opportunities, though. For a fact, he's going to get opportunities because, yeah, he's going to be our guy that's traveling. Or even not traveling, he's going to be the guy that's matching up with the ones, though. And we think he's capable of it, and he's going to have spotlight.
Yeah. And the other sentence I didn't really like about from Bucky Brooks here was the alpha dog mentality and unshakable confidence could enable him to shine without a polished game.
Yeah.
Like, you could take that in a good way or bad way. I want JPJ to polish up his game as much as possible and get the penalties down.
Yeah.
But he's not necessarily wrong. It's just that I don't think that's something JPJ should be relying on his whole career.
Mm-hmm. You got to
like, I'm a physical corner. I got that alpha dog mentality and all this stuff. It's like, no, if you can clean up these penalties, like do it. Like be an all around amazing corner.
Yeah.
Because if you're capable, like, and I think he is capable of it. Yeah. Like he was getting those penalties his rookie year, and we knew that was the rep on him.
That was his game coming out of
Penn State. But like, bro, there's a reason there's off seasons. There's a reason you put in this work and practice. And that's
we talk about a 2nd-year jump. That's the part.
So I'm kind of with him on this statement, but I'm also not. Again, like I am with Bucky Brooks and saying like, if we do get a penalty a game out of JPJ, but he's only giving up 20, 30 yards to the opposing team's number one receiver. Like, I can live with that. But to, like, get to that next level and be talked about with some of those guys we just mentioned in the Pro Bowl, but even maybe some of the all-time greats, like, no, I want him to clean up those flags.
Yeah. No, that's real. And he's capable of it. But that's for certain. The way I interpreted it was, the knock on JPJ coming out was he's handsy. The knock at times last year was he's handsy. And if you have referees that allow you to play physical and be handsy, you can get away with it and it's fine. But we do know at times there are going to be officials versus certain receivers where they're not going to always allow that. And that's where it could become a little bit of an issue. But if he wants to go to that next level, which we think he's capable of, that is the part where he has to refine his game. I mean, Sauce Gardner has had to go through certain things. Jalen Ramsey has had to go through certain things. Pat Surtain has had to go through certain things where you have had success, but in order to keep going and keep being at the top of that mantle, you can't just rely on, I'm a great athlete. All right, now you got to be able to use your hands. All right, I can't just have great athleticism and hands. I actually got to be willing to tackle. All right, I can't just be willing to have great hands, athleticism, and tackle. Also got to be able to play the ball down the grass and not panic. Oh, it's not just okay to get a PB. You actually got to catch some of these as well.
Yeah.
Those are the different things. Or even in Jalen Ramsey's case now where it's like, you've evolved where you don't just play outside. You'll play in the slot sometimes. So you're showing now that, okay, maybe it's not always that, but I can still come in here and do this too with that Pat P, right? We saw, sometimes you got to start evolving. What else can you add to your game to keep you relevant, to keep you as an asset for us? And I think for JPJ, that would be the next thing. But he has every single intangible.
Yeah, it's just like I don't want him. I wouldn't want him settling.
Yeah, because that would be it. You'll be settling, and you can get away with it for a while, but eventually it does catch up to you.
And I'm sure he's not. I'm sure that's something he's working on.
Well, he got that pedigree, man. I know his daddy. Daddy ain't going for that.
Yeah, like it's almost like the statement's like, you have all these good things like the alpha dog mentality, the confidence, the physical traits and stuff. So you can get away with the flag or two or being. It's like, no, why not have it all?
Yeah.
Why not have all that stuff but also have the polished game?
Mm-hmm.
I think he's capable. Like he did everything he did his rookie year already. Like why not?
Yeah. I'm with it, man.
Good list though.
I like it.
I like the list. Obviously, JPJ and Benton, good names to have from the Steelers. I don't really even mind the other names that much either. But I was trying to think of like a dark horse person for the Steelers that could maybe be not on this list, but maybe like on a personal like Steelers list or like guys that we could have in the back of our mind that could break out.
I feel he's a year away though.
That's a good name. I was gonna say Liao. I've been hearing positive reports about Liao this offseason.
Okay, I like that one.
Where it's
we obviously know
maybe
Corey
the
Trice
defensive
is
line
another
transitions to more of like Benton and Liao.
Yeah,
for the future.
Because Trice is another name that people are excited about, but he's still more of the speculation.
Trice would be a good one for a Steelers list.
Yeah, for a Steelers list,
yeah, a deep cut Steelers list.
Yeah,
it'd
he's
be Trice,
definitely
Herbig, and Liao. Those would be three good names, I think.
Because I feel like if Herbig gets an opportunity, that's the only thing that's keeping him from breaking out. But I don't see how he
not enough snaps.
Right, I don't see how he does that unless an injury were to happen to Highsmith or TJ, which I don't want. So that's why I'm like, I feel like he's still a year before that's going to start, seeing more playing time.
Peyton Wilson's a rookie, so we can't add him.
I feel like he's another one that's a year away because I need to see what does the Queen, Roberts, along with Holcomb returning look like, and how long does that keep Wilson off the field before Wilson starts to come on this field? Because I think for Wilson, man, if E-Rob, Holcomb, Queen are healthy, you'll start to see Wilson a lot more around week 10. I see it like a later in the year type of thing. But I feel like going into that following season next year, I feel like that's the guy that they're going to be trying to put out there from day one with Queen and say, yeah, we don't have to pace ourselves with you. We don't have to protect you. We can just let you go because we kind of, if the whole conversation around him is how long will his career last, we've kind of bought some of that time back by you not having to come out here early on because we still do have a Landon Roberts and a Cole Holcomb. So that's the kind of the way that I kind of look at it right now for him. But, yeah, I like Herbig, though, man.
So 5, really. I think 5 solid breakout candidates on defense.
Yeah.
Benton, JPJ. I throw Leal
that's a
in
nice
there.
one. That's a nice one, though.
And then, who else did we just say? Herbig. And then Trice.
Yeah.
I'd have those 5. I guess, if you had a top 5 Steeler breakouts on defense, I think that'd be a solid list because I don't even know if you can qualify anyone else really.
Everybody's kind of broken out. Yeah,
Deshaun Elliott, he's too old at this point. Casey,
Dante Jackson's already broken out. You know who he is.
Patrick Queen obviously made a Pro Bowl.
Larry Ogunjobi, he's already been
too
paid.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cam Hayward, no. TJ Highsmith, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 5. I'd say a good,
solid,
solid 5 on defense to watch out for.
That's solid. I like that.
I think all of them, they're very capable too. Yeah. Like they're all names that like I could see a path. It's just not worth floating out guys that are kind of young and haven't broken out yet. So like it could happen. Yeah. Like there's a way you could see the season playing out where Leal stepped up a little bit here.
Right, and Leal, and think about
Trice,
Leal has already shown us what he's flashed capable of. Right, it's like we know you're athletic. We know that you can run. We know that you actually can produce. But the consistency is the thing that has had us kind of looking at you like, we need more. But the ability is definitely there. And I think all the guys we named, I think the only one that we have the biggest question is Corey Trice. Because we haven't seen him in a stadium just yet. But the rest of those guys we've seen in some capacity make plays. And we feel like, if you could do it more consistently, you could definitely do that. But it's not I've never seen this guy look like he's in this class before. I think those, you know what I mean? So that's why I like the 5. Heck yeah.
How about this question from Pittsburgh Toddy? Is Leal just a bad fit for the 3-4?
You can make a case. He's more of a 4-3 penetrator. But at the same time, it's like,
I mean, we play 4-3.
Yeah,
probably.
we do enough of
we
both
do
of
nickel,
them.
Which is basically the same thing.
Yeah, I just think when I think of Leon, I just think his foundation was a little altered by him having to do some of that DN and 3 technique stuff versus just strictly playing 5 technique. And then when his base play or when his sub package play 3 technique, and that's that. I think when we're doing that big nickel, go out here and play on this tight end for run support, this and that, I think it just kind of stunted his growth a little bit from a development standpoint. But yeah, you bounce back, and that's the thing. So you just got to bounce back.
Yeah, this
Get
is
back
his
in the
last
lab,
chance
man.
for the Steelers, I'd say.
Yep.
Because was this the end of his contract?
This would be coming up. This would be year 4. No, is this year 3?
Yeah, this is year 3.
Yeah, he has 1 year left because he was a second rounder.
Okay.
Yeah.
But this is very much
this
make or break though,
yeah.
because if nothing really happens this year, we're really going to be trying to replace you next offseason.
Yeah, if he doesn't step up, don't be surprised if they take a D tackle in the first or second. Like, you're going to get one of those in there. The same way we started attacking that offense line, it was like, draft pick. You'll see them start attacking that D line. All right, Cam and Larry O, y'all a little bit older. All right, we feel great about Keanu. Let's add to the room. Let's go get some pedigree.
Because it could be Leal. It definitely could be. It's out there in front of him.
Yeah.
But yeah, he just hasn't really lived up in full thus far. But
he was a third round.
The D line room's a little busy. I get that, but his rookie year he showed some stuff, and last year didn't play much, and when he was out there, it felt like a disappointment.
Yeah, that's real.
Yeah, it happens. So yeah, we'll see if he could change the narrative for year 3.
Yeah.
Anything else though? We got no extra super chats that rolled in.
I like it though, bro. But I say I feel like that was solid right there though, baby. Because them all the players that we like them right now. It makes sense for this particular conversation, man. So shout out to Bucky. Shout out to Bucky Brooks, man. Well, shoot.
I don't have anything else.
I was about to say, if you good, I'm good, man. I ain't tripping now. Why they say that sounds like a solid one right there, man. It's the 11 a.m., bro. It's clean. It's concise. I like that.
Got enough time in the day to go
Like
golfing.
that.
Let me know if you want to go.
You know what? Leave me alone. Leave me alone. We're gonna leave me alone. All right, I'm recovering still. Once my 24-hour recovery is over, I'm gonna text you.
Okay.
Let me get my 24-hour recovery. Hydrate, people. All right, it was hot out there yesterday too. Just hydrate, okay? So with that being the case, hopefully y'all enjoyed yourselves. Hopefully y'all enjoyed the show. We definitely appreciate you. If you did, hit that like button. And if you are new to the family and you want to be a part of it, subscribe. All right. But either way, y'all stay safe out there and enjoy the rest of your day. And until next time, baby.
Peace.